Morning, you miserable mutants, muscled mushroom folk, and all other monstrous murderers. Welcome to the Diecast. On our previous excursion, the party competed in the games known as Meta Game or Meta Shame, hosted by Kevin Lemongrass and Karen Vanderhoosen. After a closely fought game, the party were left alone in a featureless room in the heart of the void, somewhere in the arse end of the astral plane. Here, they were contacted by prisoner of the king, Hermann Wessenschmidt, who had very little to say given his need for secrecy. Though he did warn the party that he had heard talk of cults and the party's involvement. A grung-based rescue, a shared nightmare, and a trip to the blacksmith later, the party bumped into Archibald, now going under the moniker of Stanley Silver. He asked them to rough up a patron of the Pleasure Palace. Shall we see how they handle it?
No.
So, you guys are in the street. Stanley has just wandered off. Stanley.
Who's Stanley? All right, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
his
You've
brother,
literally just said,
yeah,
sorry.
May his brother, who is now in several bits, rest in peace.
Alligator. He's inside an alligator.
So, the last sort of conversation that we had was Briarleaf suggesting that Baxter sort of charm Thaddeus Kezra in an attempt to get him to sort of escort you to the prison to talk to Hermann Wessenschmidt to see what was going on. The other avenue of progression was this sort of 500 gold per person bounty upon this guy called Carlo, his head. Not necessarily to kill. He did just say rough him up a bit. The more subtle you try and make it, the less subtle it is.
That was all. Don't point it out.
He's the guy in the Pleasure Palace who we've got to...
Yeah, that's the one that
give a little...
Stanley asked you to put the fear of the gods into to
basically
get revenge on him.
Die.
I'll have him.
So, you three are... Oh yeah, also we should probably acknowledge that isn't Chris.
Oh yeah, everyone. I don't know if you know
the other Lycian.
Some people haven't, probably haven't.
Chris is feeling a little under the weather today, so Scarius is tagging
Entertainer.
But I'll just be sort of RPing him where necessary.
The way you could have just played Scarius.
I could have.
Yeah.
We're just seeing if anyone actually did notice would have been funny.
But yeah, I'll RP Scarius when required, but hopefully there won't be any big decisions on his behalf. But at the moment, Scarius, Bax, Lilith, and Briarleaf are in the middle of a street. Chadwick is not here currently, but yeah, you guys have free reign to do as you wish. Do you wish to head head to Kezra's first, or do you want to get the Pleasure Palace out the way, or do something entirely different?
I say we go scout it out. Go see.
What a surprise! Of course you'd say that.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna get bummed to
500 gold, you know.
It is going to have to happen sooner or later, my friend.
Maybe with 500 gold, I won't have to. We can just say pay him, maybe. Perhaps.
I think he's like rather rich anyway, so probably doesn't feel the need to take your money.
That's a very good point.
We could always bribe the prison guards.
That too.
But I sort of want to see what happens.
Yeah, but it's also very funny. And yeah.
It's more surefire if we get Kezra to take us in. He's very rich and famous. I own some of his works.
Cool. But Pleasure Palace first, right? Yeah?
I mean, if that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
I do not like it there. The actors are far too much into what they are doing.
See?
Remember last time the one that was
like
overacting very heavily and sort of...
See, Scarish doesn't like it. I think we should go to Kezra's.
But... money. Think about that. Think of all the copper you could buy with 500 gold.
To be fair, I did just give away about roughly 9 pounds of copper.
Yeah.
No, but like
you could
I didn't necessarily need
so much stuff with 500 gold's worth of copper. Just
But
saying,
also-
we'd be in a much better place to take on whatever else it is we have to do.
You mean you have to do?
Anything else we have to do. I'm talking general here. Please don't make me go.
I do like money, and we do need money. But also, I really want to know what Wessenschmidt was talking about.
And I bet Scarius would like to meet Kezra again, because, you know, famous buddy old pal.
I do have to pick his brain about some stuff at some
See?
point.
Well, look, how long is it gonna take just to, go and just, do a little 1-2 to some guy in the Pleasure Palace, and then we could do that afterwards. Just get out the way, Otherwise, we're gonna have to go talk to.
The only thing we have to,
Armament.
after we do it, we're going to have to go and find Stanley again to get our reward. So we're not really going to get paid straight away anyway. So we may as well go to Kezra's.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. We'll do. I'm clearly outvoted, so fine. Okay, that's fine.
Onwards then.
wanders off.
Yeah, he sort of leads with you,
Just laughing at
and
you.
at that moment there is a.
Hello!
Oh shit!
Me again!
It is literally the split second after you disappeared from the TV show. Basically, you've just been held hostage overnight in the void somewhere. You've been just. Yeah, you've just been sort of trapped outside of time and space for the sort of mortal realm equivalent of about 12 hours, but to you it feels like 12 years.
Oh.
Oh, Chadwick is like that though.
Oh, where did he come from? Hello.
Hello!
Can we help you
I
find?
didn't know him, right? Like, Liz doesn't know him.
Not
No,
I think
well,
it
we did meet.
Every time you've come
Briefly.
into the picture, Chadwick have walked off.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. So we've never really seen you two in the same room. Well, actually that's not true because you did the metagame or metashame. But
Oh yeah.
until that point it
Yeah.
was just
you going from metashame
Yeah.
to metagame.
Yeah, he was.
Vowel!
Can we help you find your
Consonant!
owner?
You are my owner!
I don't think that's true.
You are
buddy.
now.
No, I don't
I'm
think
starting
it
to
is.
worry that is true.
You're stuck with me! Joke's on you!
Okay, well,
Where's Roz?
he can punch, so he's quite good at punching.
I'm not really one who believes in fate, but he does keep showing up.
Maybe if someone needs to punch somebody, Kezra, maybe, then he can do
Yeah,
the
but
punching.
also he smells really bad.
Yeah, we're just,
Hear me out. What if, when we go to the Pleasure Palace, we let our friend rough him up? Because then we didn't get our hands dirty, but we still get paid.
Are you keen for that?
Yes!
There we go. Cool.
But then you, I copied you there. But then you don't get to beat him up.
Yeah.
Maybe you could tag
Pros and
team it.
cons. Yeah, true. We could do like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing. Could be like, hey, my friend here's
I
crazy.
think it's good cop, crazy cop.
And he's gonna fuck.
Or
you.
good cop, crackhead. Anyway, and then he just leads the way on to Kezra's, just
So are
sort
we
of
going to
expecting him
Kezra's?
to follow along.
Yeah, we're going to Kezra's, I guess.
Do you need some
As you guys sort of
flirting tips?
No, I'm fine.
Are you
thanks.
sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Like, are you?
I think you
sure?
would benefit from listening to her.
Oh, okay, well, what have you got?
Okay, I don't actually know because Cass is shit at flirting. Cass is really bad at this shit.
Okay, Mick.
But Lilith would be on point with this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's-
Okay, make a general charisma check then.
Okay. 2 seconds.
See how much you can sort of
Riz check.
Yeah, make a Riz check, and you make a general intelligence check to see how it sort of all absorbs in, you know?
Oh god. I'm trying to do things, but things are not working. No, Cass can't be doing flirting and shit. I just go, That's
That's Chadwick method.
That's literally.
Hello.
Where do you think that he
Only
got his
landed in
persona? He's
Yeah,
got
to
his
be-
literal persona from me.
Okay.
What was I doing?
You're doing
Charisma check.
charisma, and Baxter's doing an intelligence. Okay.
Why can't I find it?
It's on the first
Oh, dear.
section.
I'll re-roll that.
What's like your
Don't know what
stats?
that
What's your
landed on.
plus?
Oh dear.
14 plus 2.
Yeah, plus 2.
Oh, red bastard. Should we? Let's do
To
it.
empty out this dice tray so I can actually use
12.
Okay.
5.
Okay, so
Well.
you explain quite well. Hang on, wait a minute. Let me. You put into quite succinct but not necessarily eloquent words
Good effort.
how to sort of, flirt and be confident in what you're doing. Scarius picks up on her a little more than Bax and sort of subconsciously makes some notes.
Oh, bless
Bax
him.
is a little distracted. Like every now and again, there's like a sort of like seabird flies over, and you're in like. And the really important bit is, and he's like, he's just a
She's just
little
gonna keep
ADHD
being like-
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Baxter.
Oh, sorry. That was a.
I'm also taking notes. Going.
I feel like every time that you'd like wander away, she's doing this, and like even if you're just kind of just staring, she's like, "Hello."
No,
Yeah.
we're good.
So yeah, you're like, yeah, I got it, and like barely any of it went in.
Wonderful. I mean, it's not me getting bumped to death. I don't care.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make it to Kezra's. The dwarves at the front gate sort of recognize you and wave you in.
What about me?
There's a little bit
pet.
of
Yeah, he's with us.
Yeah.
Just kinda like
This is
point
our
back to
old
him.
pet.
Hello.
He's harmless.
I was gonna say he looks harmless enough.
He might piss on you.
Yeah, he sort of like looks down you and realizes you're in like a chain shirt and like briefs that are minging and like these fucking
They
rancid,
were white.
rancid shoes.
Have you maybe got some clothes we can give him?
Talk to Kezra, and he keeps like eyeing you, but then every now and again his eyes are like drifting down because he's just afraid.
And a bath?
Afraid or intrigued?
You want some?
No, it's all yours. You
Okay.
keep whatever it is that you've got. In you go.
Okay, bye.
Wander out.
Yeah, you as you walk in, Ironfoot is coming down the stairs and he's like, "Fucking hell, I can't get rid of you lot. You're like a fucking plague."
Yeah, we gotta ask the big man something. We gotta.
Oh, I'm sure he'd like to see you.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
I think Scarius grins. He's like,
Is he about? Is he around?
he's just in the drawing room there.
Okay.
So yeah, you go in and
Drawing you like a French.
not quite the drawing room I was on about, but yeah, okay.
I'm like gonna go around the thing and knock on the like, even if it's like no door. Knock
The door frame.
Yeah.
He's like,
I can think of the word. I
he's
was like,
like,
this.
come in. Hello. Oh, it is my friends. You catch me writing poetry. I was writing. Oh, hello. I was writing a poet about how Archibald abandoned me.
I'm gonna nudge back.
Yeah, what a douche.
He's.
I know, right? How could he do it to me? I've been so good to him.
Well, I think we have some bad news for you.
What is wrong?
Chadwick's here.
And Rose is gone.
Oh, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
died, right?
Yeah, not Chadwick.
Yeah, he died.
Wait.
Archibald.
I'm fit.
We seen him get eaten by a crocodile.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Yeah. It was terrible, actually.
Awful.
Blood, viscera,
Archibald.
Archibald. I could go on, but you don't want to picture it.
We
It
thought
wasn't- it
that
wasn't.
we should tell you because we thought it'd be nice of hearing from your friends.
well, I am glad you consider yourself my friends.
But
This is very nice.
really, don't feel like you're alone, because
No, I know I'm not alone. It's just
Because why?
that was smooth.
So we had a favor.
Who's vibrating?
And he's like, I am not alone,
I
but
was right. I was just like, what? What is this?
he was a good man. He had a very good heart, and He will be missed.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
The
The
crocodiles.
crocodiles agreed that he had a good heart.
Yeah, the crocodiles are, like enjoyed.
Full of iron.
It's pretty
actually.
fucked up. A man has died.
Yep,
I
But
have to
it's-
find my new manservant.
But it's the
he's
circle
right there.
of life,
Oh,
right?
no.
I'm like a Chadwick Chad.
Circle of life, right?
Yes, I suppose. It's just a bit sad, you know. He was a good man. He listened to exactly what I wanted from him, and like he made food in a very specific way that I like.
He does have a brother.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
What is his name?
That's how we knew.
Who's his brother?
Oh, he doesn't live here now. He's gone.
No,
he's gone elsewhere.
He's gone.
Eaten
He
by
told like
crocodiles.
we seen him in the pub yesterday, and he said to let you know because he was too scared to let you know himself.
Look, I
Make a deception check.
Fuck. Damn it! Cass can't even keep a straight face.
You just said you saw him, you dick.
Yeah, we did see him in the pub,
and then he left.
and then he went on a boat somewhere else.
He arrived on the island, found his dead brother,
Went,
told
well,
some strangers, and then
no
left.
reason for me to stay.
Like, he came to visit family, but family was devoured.
19.
You're lucky. He had a very high insight roll, but
Not as high as me.
just below. He's like, oh, what a strange series of events.
Yeah, it was. It is strange. Like, kind of walk over.
You like,
This must be very difficult and sad.
it is, it breaks my
sad
heart.
time for you. Yeah.
It-
I bet
I could very
Son.
much do with a hug.
just hesitate for a second. I just like put a hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, you do that as Chadwick sort of like wraps around it, and Scaris is just like. We have a question for you. Does anyone else want to take over?
So, what it is? Well, first thing, have you got any spare clothes and a bath
I won't wear them.
for this here? Because it won't leave us alone, and if we gotta have it around, we want to at least make sure that it smells better than it does. So,
Well, I can do this, and then he basically does prestidigitation to clean all your clothes and your hair, and like sort of. Have you got facial hair?
Yeah, I got like one of them handlebar mustaches.
Oh right, yeah. It like trims up. Yeah, so like
it
yeah,
goes
one
into
of
the mutton
these
chops.
yeah, the
Yeah.
mutton chops that come into the handlebar with like a missing bit in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like cleans it up real nice, so it's like all very well like groomed and waxed and stuff, and like the hair becomes like slicked back and like tied down, and the chainmail that's starting to get like rank and rusty and blood splattered is like brand new sheen, and even the underwear is like actually white.
I feel like I'm half expecting you to go. It's like rubbing it all out.
Where's the nearest dirt pile?
I don't have a dedicated pile of dirt.
Weirdo.
So, other than our piss smelling friend, we.
Oh, it actually now currently smells of peonies and roses.
Other than our peonies and Rose's friend, we kind of need a favour, I guess.
What sort of favour? Maybe I can be of assistance. You've been pretty good for me.
we
To me.
need to get into the dungeon under the palace.
The strange place to want to go. Why do you want to go there?
We want to show him if he carries on punching people where he's going to end.
Yep.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if he's just punching people, he'd probably end up just in the city prison instead of specifically in the dungeon. That's like...
No, he's punching them to death.
No, I'm not, you
He'd
liar.
still just go to the prison.
Nope.
Like, the dungeon is reserved for fucking...
Don't question me, I'll punch you to death.
There we are, see?
Should we just?
At that point, Ironfoot comes in and goes, are we gonna have a problem, old man?
Well, take your shoes off. Take them off. I don't believe you.
He's a few copper short of a silver, isn't he?
can
You
say
don't have an iron foot, you liar.
Well, no, my actual foot's not made of iron.
Well, you'll be normal foot then.
Well, no, because then everyone would be normal foot, you fucking clown.
What's your real name? Come on. God.
He's just good at kicking things. That's where it comes from, right? Got a real hard kick. That's where it came from.
It was more to do with the fact that me and me battalion, we I don't know if the mic's picking up, but there's like
Someone's
furniture being moved upstairs, but
furniture.
every time I got to speak, it sounds like Ironfoot is farting. He's like, no, it's to do with how...
I can't call.
It's more to do with how me and my kin, we marched for several weeks without stop to save the people of our home city.
I'm gonna stop you there. Okay. Now, I understand that you've probably had this nickname for a long time, and it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but you were It was about marching. Now, see, I thought it was about kicking, because you kick with one foot, but you march with two. So really, shouldn't you? You should be iron feet.
The Iron Feet Battalion sounds fucking rubbish, doesn't it?
Walkie far.
I think that gives the message
donkey
a lot more
Walkie
clearly.
far.
Well,
And
I've also,
Iron Foot.
bludgeoned people to death by kicking them, so...
Well, see, I would lead with that when you explain it, because then people go, "Oh, right, Iron Foot."
Try again. Do it again. Maybe I'll believe you.
I'm really good at kicking, and then the other bit.
Okay, we'll try. This is Ironfoot.
Yes. Hello, Ironfoot.
What? Hey, but we've never asked. Why are you called Iron Foot?
It's because I once kicked a man to death while wearing iron boots.
That's not what you said just now.
There we go.
I'm not going... You know what? Fuck off. And then he leaves.
Okay, bye.
And he's like, good fucking luck, Kezra.
I showed him.
Do you think we should tell him?
I think we can trust him. He's a reasonable man.
Yeah, but is he gonna believe us?
We need to visit Herman Schmitty. Where's
Oh, Vessenschmidt.
That's the one.
Oh. Oh, didn't you just lead with that? Yes, of course.
Oh.
Okay, doke.
But that's it.
Cool.
I've taught this one to flirt for nothing.
Oh.
You didn't click.
It's not,
Oh, really?
It's not for nothing.
Well, considering it is a favour for you, and I am sat here in my house doing my job, which is writing poetry, I could always be persuaded with a cuddle. Or maybe a kiss on the cheek.
Lick his face. Lick it.
Scarius just nudges her and he goes, do it.
Step over to him. Just be like, pretty please. And then just kiss him on the cheek.
At which point Lilith pisses herself into a clump on the floor.
He's like, yes, come on then. Let me get my prison cloak.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
And he goes upstairs, he goes off into one of the back rooms, and you can hear sort of like clattering and tinging and like rails being moved, and he goes, oh, there it is, and he comes down in just this ridiculous over the top, basically like Black Bear style cloak.
That would have been a much better time to hear things moving.
Yeah, that would have been good. But yeah, he comes down in like a big black bear fur coat, and it's like the most over the top pimp coat you've seen in your life, and he's like, I wear this in prison so I look very angry and they don't try and touch me through the bars.
Yeah, it's scary.
I mean, you've got a bodyguard, it's fine.
But he's only late. Oh, actually, no, yeah.
It's just a big hammer.
Then he goes, one of the Ironfoot battalion at least will have to come with us, though, probably. And then he goes, I'm not fucking doing it!
Okay.
I'm not going with them! The rest of them are fine, but that old man fucking... No!
No, come on!
And he goes, Gregory! And then in the back room you can hear... I'm awake, boss! And he goes...
I thought he was snorting.
No, he's like, go with Kezra, yeah? Yeah, sure. And this really like haggard halfling comes out with this like big two-handed maul, like not quite like yours, but it's more like sort of a almost double-headed morning star in a way. Cool. And he's like, he's like clearly rubbing sleep out of his eye. He's like,
He's just gonna lean to backs and go, that's what happened to the last one who flirted with him.
Well, it's lucky that he was so receptive.
Easy.
And if that's, you're a better man than I. And Scarius walks out giggling.
I hate you all. I hate you all.
Oh.
Yeah, so you guys...
Except you. You're fine.
Hey,
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you all!
friends.
Yeah, so Kezra leads the way and gives you almost like a little tour of the sort of fancy part of the city. And he's like, oh, that is where my best friend Petunia lives. She's an absolute darling. She will knit you a hat in minutes. She has a little dog. It is called Philip.
Oh,
What breed?
little Pomeranian.
I don't know.
It's a Pomeranian.
Gotta be. Or like a
Like a
Bichon
football
Frise,
one.
maybe.
And he goes, Philip! And then whistles with his fingers. And I'm not kidding you, this fucking bear-sized Great Dane comes plodding out, and it's really big, jolly everything. And he's like, oh, little Philip. And this dog is he just lies on his back, and just immediately Kezra's leaning over the fence and scratching him. He's like, I love him, look at him, he's a darling. And then he leads the way further, and he's like, this is where some of the city guard usually hang out. It's sort of like a speakeasy, but you didn't hear that from me. And this is my favourite tree that I look at when I go on my walks. Sometimes it has cherries on it. This is, and basically as he's leading you through, and
You're
you
not
get to
looking at
the
the right tree.
graveyard where you guys were
I'm looking at
attacked.
a building.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, this is where I come to walk to lay flowers on my husband's grave.
That's what happened to the last one that flirted with him.
And then he's like, he was a good man.
Did he get eaten by a crocodile?
No, he had some sort of extreme build-up of I don't know. It was sort of water on his chest, and he just, he died. It is what it is.
Oh.
Well, that
Would
got real.
we have heard of his husband?
You guys saw his grave. I believe it said Nathaniel Kezra or something.
Yes.
Or Thaniel Kezra. No,
yeah,
not
We
we
Thaniel.
assumed
know
it
who
was
it
his
was,
dad
though,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was his husband. Yes, but I come here on long walks. There was
Baxter, Kezra.
some
What are they?
heathens that churned up the dirt the other day. It was all muddy everywhere, and
You honestly, you
Like-
just can't trust people these days, you
I
know?
don't-
It's
yes.
just,
um,
awful.
I'm not even gonna make you roll a deception on it. That was fucking superb. Even you said that with such a straight face that I was like, wait a minute. And then as you guys are getting closer up to the palace, Kezra's sort of waving these guards out of his way that would normally stop people, and he's like, oh, you're with me. He's basically sort of treated like royalty here. But yeah, you get to, for the first time, the palace, and it is way bigger than you thought it was, in the sense that there are several tiers of sort of hollowed out buildings, in the sense of there's how do I explain it? Large rectangles of a continuous building with a courtyard in the middle, with then another small. So basically, just sort of what do they call them? Concentric rectangles. But then at the bottom floor of all of them is all just arches, which is what I mean by the sort of hollowed out. So all the sort of there's offices or the equivalent of offices, and domiciles and stuff above it for the city guard, and there's various banquet halls and this that and the other. But the bottom floor is all these arches. But yeah, you get into the sort of outer ring then, so the first courtyard you would enter, which is still public access with sort of, a questioning from the guards before you go in them, but it's still a case of you can go in. It's the next two rings in where it's you have to have an invite to get in there. But this is where the entrance to the both prisons are, because the main prison sort of, you've got to go into the palace and then back off towards where the housing is, whereas this one that Wessenschmidt's being kept at is a subterranean one. So Kezra leads the way and sort of just shows these few little bits and bobs to a guard, and then starts getting chatty with one as if he knows him, because he's clearly visited this place before. and you descend what feels the equivalent of about 3 stories. And after about 2 stories, the brickwork changes from quite a light grey, red hinted stone, like sort of brick then, like a purposeful made brick, into what feels almost like a natural cave specifically made out of that black rock. It looks almost as if there is possibly mined from here, which is weird because you've been told this whole time, like, you know, we've never really mined it. It's just almost as if something burrowed through.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I can't tell if I like this moving or I'm having a migraine. Is it doing this?
What light?
I don't think so.
If you look at it for long enough, it messes with your eyes.
Okay, never mind. I thought I was just having a stroke.
But it's not moving.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you make it down to this sort of reception area, basically. And Kezra's like, if you all take a seat in this bit, I will go and talk to Joanne. She's the one that lets people in. She's very lovely, Joanne. She you don't need to know. And then he goes off and starts like pottering away. The guard goes with him. So you guys are now just sort of like in this little seating area with one other person sat there. A gnomish woman who's quite agitated. She's like hunched over and like biting her nails and like is looking around, and she just looks like she's been there for quite some time and is, you know, antsy and on the edge of her seat. But they're very primitive wooden chairs, no pillow on them. The ceiling is like a low vaulted arch almost, where that sort of natural cave feel then became purposefully constructed again out of regular rock. So there was just this weird little connector tunnel that felt really off. But yeah, you can hear the wails of prisoners. Most of them down here are here for serious crimes in the sense of possibly treason or like grand heresy type of stuff. Extreme acts of magical terrorism or anything that is so unhinged that they have to be completely isolated. But yeah, Kezra is just chatting away with Joanne now.
So is that a gnomish woman looking at this, or is she just like to her own?
She sort of acknowledged that you came in, but she's very much like hunched on the edge of her seat, like biting her nails and just doing this.
Is she a little old lady?
No, she's the equivalent, because I can't remember the age range for gnomes.
Like 500.
I was going to say, I couldn't remember if it was like 300 or 500, but she's the equivalent of like a human 40 to 50, so like middle-aged. So maybe 200 to 300 years old.
Meredith is just going to kind of like nudge Scarius, like,
What?
talk to her. Is she...
I know walk
Why do I
over
talk
and kneel
to
down
her?
in front of her.
Okay, he's like, he points at Chadwick.
Put my hand on her knee. What's the matter, dear?
Don't touch me. Don't. No.
What's
Hey,
wrong?
I mean, I appreciate you checking on me, but no, don't touch.
What's the matter? You can tell old Chatty here.
I'm here to see my brother, and she's like really twitchy. She's like, I'm here to see my...
winking at me, eh?
Hang on. What's your armor class?
Oh no!
15.
Okay, you take 2 points of damage as she slaps you in the
Ah, you
face.
bitch!
Okay, back off.
Let me at it!
I think
Let me at it!
Yeah, Scarius goes and sort of like, he's like, it's okay, friend, it's okay. He like takes you off to the side. He like takes you back towards the entrance a bit, and he's like trying to calm you down. She's like,
Sorry,
I am
he is
so
clinically
sorry about our
what the
friend.
fuck is that?
From a distance, you can just hear.
I'll do it again.
No, I didn't mean it.
insane. He's a little bit,
Yeah, I know about
Old.
lights
Oh,
aren't
yeah.
on, you know.
that. I've come here to see my brother, and he's He's not too good in the head neither.
They keeping him down there?
Oh yeah, he's been there quite some time now.
What for, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to say.
Just, the usual sort of domestic terrorism.
Yeah, it happens.
He went into he went into one of the guild halls because the guy there he didn't like him too much, and he knew the guy was going to be there, and he just sort of blew the whole place up, So
Reminds me of someone.
Yeah, who would blow up a building?
I don't know, but yeah, he was on a watch list anyway because he'd been committing various sorts of crimes, and
Are you okay?
You
yeah, I'm sorry.
This your first time down here, or?
No, I get real nervous down here and in front of new people, and I don't like waiting, and they're making me wait, and I was prescribed some stuff the other day by a physician, and it's not sitting with me too good. I'm not getting much sleep.
Do I get the vibe? It just she seems shifty, like she's planning something.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Also, this is way too jolly music for a fucking
Yeah, true.
disgusting, dank
That's
prison dungeon.
10.
I hate the word dank.
Dank.
Why do you hate dank?
Because I feel like there's a bad smell.
It is.
That is what.
You're in a stinky, horrible.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like dark and damp.
No,
Well,
that's
yeah,
those two words, and then there's
Yeah.
dark, damp, and dank.
Yeah, dank's like. I imagine it being like. Kind of,
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, they're very much used in tandem a lot of the time, to be fair. But yeah, it's quite musty down here. There's like dripping sounds. There's various sort of non-photosynthesizing, like
Yeah, I'm just in
Sort
the
of-
corner making that noise.
almost like a half breed between like a moss and a fungus. It's definitely a fungus, but it looks quite fluffy like a moss. And that's sort of like on the ceiling and in
Have
the
you
corners.
eaten any of the fungus?
But yeah, the 10, you're not getting too much of a read off her. She, like, obviously she's uncomfortable where she is. She seems like she's mostly telling the truth, but knowing the sort of the new trends of medicine, you think that the thing that she's been prescribed with is very much some form of like an amphetamine, essentially. So she's just tweaking.
Bless it.
So how about we start with our names, because then we wouldn't be strangers, right? And you may feel a bit better about waiting with us.
Yeah, okay, you first.
I'm Lilith.
I don't know.
Hi. This is Shadi.
Chadwick!
I'm sorry, Chad.
It's okay.
He
You
probably
just
enjoyed
got all
it.
up
You're
in my
fine.
grill, and I don't like people being in my
I
business.
just get
Don't
robbed.
apologise to him, you should know better.
Also, he probably enjoyed it.
No.
You're fine. This is Briarleaf. This is Briarleaf. This is Scarius, and this is Bax. We're all
Full
your
name?
friends.
Baxter Kezra.
Yes.
That's not. Okay.
Little old BK.
What?
Little old BK.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said be gay, not BK.
No.
Be gay, do crimes. I'm Lola.
Lola.
That's a nice
Nice.
name.
Yeah, that is a nice name.
What's your brother's name? Who have you come to visit again? Your brother, right?
Yeah, it's my twin brother.
What's his name?
I mean, his friends call him David, but that's not actually like his name.
So what is his name?
You know what? I've called him David so long myself that I can barely remember.
Write down Lola too.
Lola Dick too.
Like at this point, she's like really starting to tweak. She's like, I took some more of the medicine before coming here because I was so nervous, and I think it's starting to kick in a little.
What physician prescribed them to you?
Oh, you know how they are, those dudes with the strange masks and shit.
Maybe go easy on it if you're not feeling so.
Yeah, I was told take one in the morning, and then if I have like a spike throughout the day, to take only one more. But I've had 2 spikes today, so I
So you took 2.
and it's only like wait, what time is it? It's basically like midday or like 11ish, I think, because you guys slept through. But she's like, I've been here since about 8. They said they're transporting him and prepping him for transport, but then he like bit a guard or something, so they had to like lock it down, and then
Well, we've got a friend who's got some sway here. Maybe you can come down with us when we go down, and you won't have to wait anymore.
maybe. That would be nice. That would be cool.
We'll talk to him when he comes back and see.
Okay.
Have you ever waited this long, or is this?
I mean, I haven't been here in quite some time, but I don't remember waiting this long. But it took some time. And then as she says that, Kezra comes back and he's like, "Are we all ready?"
Yes.
Joanne is such a darling. She got it all sorted for me.
Kezra, this is Lola.
Hello, little one.
Hello, La, if you will.
Portmanteaus are like a sort of dense man's attempt at comedy.
Old man
Okay.
Bartles.
A dense man's attempt at comedy. Portmanteaus.
Oh, I was gonna.
Portmanteau.
I was
When
like,
you
I heard
cram
old
too
man's
much.
toes, and I was
Chadwick,
like,
not
what the hell did I get?
Portman.
I am old though.
But yeah, he's definitely
I
like he's trying to flex his sort of like creative muscles.
What a
but, like,
nerd.
that was a rare self burn in the sense that an NPC insulted me, the DM, because I portmanteau everything.
So, Kezra, we've been talking to our new friend Lola.
And she's like doing this, and he's like,
She's a bit
"Is
nervous.
she all right?"
She's a bit nervous.
She's been kept waiting.
He pops out this like little vial, and it's got like these little sort of this little red like clumps of powder almost. So it's not quite pills, but it's not like a fine powder. And he's like, "Do you want a little bit of this to calm you down?" And she's like, "Oh, what is it?" And he's like, "It's some sort of like opioid. It helps me really get in the zone for writing. I go to these little dens and then he realizes he's like in a prison, and he's like, shit. It helps me relax in a way that I can sort of get into the zone, you know?" And she's like, "That sounds better than what I'm taking."
That sounds like a good idea because it's probably going to
And he goes-
counteract whatever.
And then
it
he
is.
sort of leans over to you and he goes, "That also helps your muscles relax a little bit, if you want one. I'm sure you're so tense being in those fights all the time."
I am kind of tense actually.
May I have some?
No. We're working. No,
He
I'm
just
good.
he uncorks it. It's like an actual cork in almost like a test tube, and it lets out this tiny little like puff of red at the top. And he pulls out a little dollop onto his hand, and he hands her over to this woman, and he goes up the nose, and she's like, and then she sneezes, and there's like a bit of a red puff, and he's like, "That will happen the first time. You'll feel better in about 5-10 minutes. It's okay. I do it all the time." Like, he's basically a full-blown opium addict at this point. He is like straight up Victorian poet in a fucking
Yeah.
basement level of opiate addict.
So Lola's brother is here. She's come to visit him.
Oh,
and
I'm sure he's very nice.
he's being transported.
Kept her waiting a real long time, and
We think his name is David.
You
Lola
want me
too.
to see what Joanne can...
Yeah.
we just feel
Oh.
bad.
You know what?
And we're just like,
I tell you what, I will sort this with Joanne for your new friend Lola, and you 5 can go and see Wessenschmidt first and have a conversation, and then I will go and have a conversation, and you can wait out here, because there's some things that I want to talk about our previous work that it's sort of confidential from the university, and it's not my business to spread it, you know, so...
Cool.
You'll go on ahead, and there's this like really fucking depressed looking guard who looks like he's on the arse end of like a really long shift. just this pudgy half-orc, and he's like, come on then, let's go. And he just really, like, slowly staggers down the corridor, like, leaning on this, like, pole arm. You can hear Kezra start to talk to Joanne again, and Lola goes and sits back down, and, like, as you sort of turn and catch, she, like, stops biting her nails a bit, and then she just, you can see her slowly adjusting and relaxing into the seat, and it's like, she has got a small frame and not much constitution. That shit's hit her like a truck. And it is, yeah, it's basically just gone from the high to, like, she's currently at the normal amount before she dips. So she's just sort of sitting there quite casually. But yeah, this, folk, he's, puts a key in the door right down the end of the first corridor. You realise that it's sort of, as you go towards the end, there's a cross section into more corridors, and from there's more, but you don't know necessarily how far it keeps doing this sort of like T shape. But Herman is right down the end of the first corridor, and he puts the key in the cell door, and you realise what Herman mentioned, where it's like a big thick oak reinforced with steel door with like real big deadbolts going through on the outside. So he unlocks like the main first sort of like handle bolt, pulls these deadbolts out, and then leans against the door. And he's like, go on.
Thanks. Just walk past him.
Thank you.
So,
Hello. Thank you.
as you open the door, you are met with a scene that you weren't quite expecting. Hanging from the ceiling on several different chains are pieces of a person. The
Oh no, a David.
arms have been completely severed from the torso. So have the legs. The legs have been chopped into several bits, each of them hanging from a separate fine chain. The ribs have been broken and splayed out Blood Eagle style.
Christ alive.
Dirty.
The heart is missing. The head is also severed. The tongue is missing.
Christ alive.
The eyes are missing. And in the jaw that's been broken and pulled down, instead of a tongue,
Let's not talk about Jaws.
they've had their
Oh my gosh.
guts slit and their intestines stuffed in to look like tentacles.
Oh, this is like Hannibal.
And it is Herman.
Oh, and he's dead, I'd assume.
No, he's fine. He's like, hello, hello, welcome to my
Not
abode.
been kept in some sort of magical stasis.
No,
here. He's been
fucking turbo dead. He's ripped to bit. Like, immediately Scarius goes to instinctively, like, help, and then he's like, I think he's past helping.
What the fuck?
God.
Yo, guy!
He comes in, he goes, oh, what for... Just pukes all down himself.
You were fucking
runs off,
useless. We're not
comes
just like-
back, and there's like 3 or 4 more guards, and one of them is much more a senior officer, definitely the sort of commander of this little bastion. And he comes in and he goes, what's the matter? Oh, fuck.
Looking around, is there like anyone else in this room? It was just him.
Just him in a locked room with the tiniest slit for like ventilation, but like not even windows or anything, so you're subterranean. There's basically like some sort of vent system.
These chains,
Is-
how are they?
So there are normally chains in these rooms anyway, where there's several like sort of, it's basically like a grid of hooks on the ceiling, and they are often used to basically manacle prisoners to the wall or something, or just keep them suspended during intense questioning, or to hold up some sort of archaic device, perhaps like a rack. But all of the hooks and chains have been repurposed specifically to suspend bits of Wessenschmidt, still in like the shape of a human. So the head is the furthest, and then the body, then the legs, and it is all just sort of as if you've pulled apart a Lego guy.
This is my design.
Yeah, very much so. But the
So is this how you treat your prisoners?
This wasn't you guys, right? This is.
This is not us. No one move. No one touch anything. You may breathe, old man.
Is there anything on the body that we can see, like any runes or any?
Make an investigation check.
We need Kezra now.
Yeah. Could you fetch Kezra? He's up speaking
he
to.
goes, I don't want anyone else coming near this scene. I don't want anyone to move.
Okay.
21.
21.
As he
Okay.
says, I will like.
So
freeze.
as you sort of, because he's standing in the doorway, you're sort of doing this sort of thing, and just like looking at the body, and you can see that there are definitely some sort of markings carved into the skin. A lot of them look less like runic and more just almost like specifically cut surgery lines where they're either following like a vein or they're cut in a specific shape to gain access to a certain part of the body, if you get me. Like, it feels very medical. But there do seem to be some markings on what you can see of the chest, because it's all been splayed open. It's really hard to make anything out because of just how much blood is there, frankly. But you can see straight away the heart is gone, the eyes are gone, and the jaw is broken. There's no tongue sort of like hanging out the neck, and there's just intestines in the, sort of Cthulhu beard.
How big is the vent?
It's about 1 foot wide, but only about 3 inches high.
How big's the room as well?
It's about roughly 10 by 15 feet ish. It's not
huge.
particularly.
Do we believe that the guards didn't do it?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, why would they?
12.
Okay. You seem pretty shocked. The first guard you think definitely didn't do it just because of how quickly he pooped down himself and just how tired he was. But the
Maybe he's just a really good liar.
maybe, but you're not getting that read. But
The reason I say that it could be the guards, so we don't know who the cultists are, and one way in, one way in, one way out.
Who else has
Unless-
been down here?
Someone's
Well,
made
just
himself
turn
teeny
around and
weeny.
The vent.
Come in through the wind.
Joanne
The wind,
has,
daughter, the wind.
The wind.
Doesn't Joanne have a log of everyone that comes
Yeah,
down
sure.
here?
You got some kind of ledger of.
yes, hold
How
on.
big
And
is the log?
he goes back down to the other guards are like sort of hesitantly going to remove bits from the ceiling and then like not, and then they're like,
say maybe leave it as it is for
I
now.
wouldn't touch that until someone else gets a look at it.
at this point Scarus is like, I can check for traces of magic, so just give me 10 minutes and I will detect magic. So he starts ritual casting detect magic.
You guys are you're just dungeon guards, right? You're not like city guard.
No, just this is our
You
position.
should probably go
yeah.
tell someone from the.
Up. Someone up.
Probably, yeah.
Go
yeah,
on then.
yeah.
Off you fuck.
Yeah.
Clear off.
Sort of, you can just hear like of like the chainmail sort of bobbing in the corridor.
How many?
The,
Is
the
it-
captain
Sounds like a
coming-
train.
guard left?
It's you 5 and 2 guards.
Think we could take him?
Yeah.
One of them is covered in puke and is tired. The other one is just sort of staring into the void, completely
No one's got
mortified.
sleep, have they?
We can definitely take him.
Sleep.
We're gonna need. Scarius. Is there?
Have you still got the?
Oh yeah, I
earring?
do.
Yeah.
You
I
do,
have the
yeah.
earring. Has Scarius got the other one?
Scarus has got the other one, because I
Just
gave
like-
him to you on the ships.
Take a little walk down just so I'm kind of out of earshot
Yeah.
and just be like, Scarius, I've heard of magic that lets you talk to dead people. Can you do that? Is that something you can do? There was like a guy back in my old village who could do it, but
I mean, there was also that strange goth man last, like a big
yeah.
kabang, but I don't know where he went. But also, I feel like he is maybe too dead. You know what I mean? Like, he's very, very dead.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, I guess you probably still need the tongue, right?
I imagine that having your head cut off severs the vocal cords too. I don't know if you need vocal cords to speak when you're dead.
Depends how they speak. Is it like in the head, or is it like do they actually speak?
I don't really know. I will be honest.
We should steal his head just in case.
Trying to steal his head?
What? No, shh. No, I didn't say that. Yeah, we should steal
What
his
is
head just in
Chadwick
case.
doing? Chadwick, you do not have an earring.
Hello.
Um,
12-inch pizza.
Okay, put a pin in that. It's fine. Put a pin in it.
Okay.
I feel like the guards are distracted enough that we
The-
need to kind of.
Commander comes back with a ledger.
Damn it. You
Good effort.
fucking idiots.
He's like,
We need
I
to
mean, the
take
only
this
the only
guy.
visitors we've had today is you 5 and Kezra, obviously, but also that Lola woman.
Oh
Who
God,
last
it was
saw him
her.
alive. He was alive.
He
Like,
was-
Did
he was
slap me
alive
for the
last
hell of a
night,
slap.
yes. We and then he sort of looks around the room and realizes the food tray is still full, and he's like, "Well, we fed him last night, and somebody accepted the food because the tray has moved.
Well,
So either he accepted the food and was killed before he could eat it, or the
somebody-
killer intercepted the food."
You know,
how often
That
are
was
you
about
supposed to check
9
on
PM.
your prisoners?
The last check is at 9 p.m. and then it's lights out, it's curfew. And then normally someone does the rounds in the morning, but
So-
clearly someone's been either lying about what they've seen or, again, someone responded to this morning's round.
and who
I
did
knew it
the
was the
morning
guards.
rounds? This guy.
The sicky one?
Yeah,
dude.
the half orc, and he's like, yeah, there was definitely someone in there this morning. I always knock and wait for a response. There was definitely some sort of noise.
What response did you get?
Most people just sort of grunt.
That's not what I said. What response did you get?
It was a verbal acknowledgement,
So,
just like a yeah.
Like that.
so,
Was it?
It wasn't me, I promise.
so did anyone actually see Herman on the 9 o'clock shift?
We-
Like in the night.
To be
before?
fair, he goes. The captain speaks up. He's like, to be fair, we don't normally see the prisoners. We just push food under the door. That's what I mean. The food has been moved. Someone has accepted the food.
Is there blood anywhere else other than obviously in the room? Like, is there like a trail of blood or?
Make a survival check.
Oh God. Again.
I assume there's keys to open the door.
So there's a vent, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
12 by 3.
I don't know what that means.
Where
So it's about that wide.
Is it enough to be have who
It's
a
about that
person go
tall.
through it?
But no, it's about that tall.
Ah, okay. So no one.
But
just
yeah, but
goes
someone
through
could
it.
do.
I
Like,
can just see
try
Brian
and
Leaf just.
something.
Somebody help!
What if it was a druid? It's that fucking druid.
It is. I told her she's a fucking bitch.
Scar-
I'm never
She
listening to me.
she changed into a spider,
Yeah. See.
crawled through the vent.
Okay, maybe.
Scarus is like, I think you were onto something in the sense that it could well be
Not
some sort of
20.
magical.
Maybe not.
Maybe
her.
someone turned into a
but-
small animal or a gas or shrunk themselves or something.
You can turn into a gas.
Yes. Have you not seen that?
Where does the vent lead? Take
it
me
is
there.
I believe wizards usually know how to do it.
That's crazy.
The- Yeah, you turn into like a gas, but I mean, I've seen people turn into swarms of flies, and I've heard stories of vampires turning into like clouds of blood.
Ooh.
That's.
Could I send my
Spooky.
birds up there to have a look? Even though I am got.
I had not
Can I
20.
hit someone and then send my birds up there to have a look?
I will say that
I'll hit
not
Chadwick.
specifically a bird, but because that you are the swarm keeper, I will let you make an investigation check. Basically, with a cockroach or a rat from the prison.
Can rats climb walls?
Yes.
You can just pick it up and put it in.
No, it's dead, isn't it?
Chris
You're
says.
the swarm keeper.
Tiffer said send paprika, but it's dead, isn't it?
Yeah, you haven't
Oh.
revived it yet, have you?
Gonk.
Gonk!
No!
No.
No!
Yeah, no, to be fair, because
What
paprika
happens
was...
to Gonk?
Yeah, paprika was currently still just a crystal, right? What's he saying?
I
Yeah.
did revive it.
Oh, he did?
Oh, he did.
Oh, right.
Oh, cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's like, oh, yes, I forgot. I only made that like this week, so I forget.
Oh, what the hell is that?
He forget that he exists, and then he goes, go on, and he puts
I
him
thought
in as he
paprika was a
finishes.
she.
No, Gonk is a she, paprika's a he.
Oh.
So paprika sort of like does this and like squats down and like really awkwardly tries to like claw through, staying as low as possible. Meanwhile, detect magic goes off, and there doesn't seem to be anything magic about the killing at all. The only thing that's really giving like a ping are the chains themselves, suggesting that they are used as some sort of muffling,
Okay.
you know, magic dampening material.
Can you... I didn't have my book last
I
session.
think Chris has said something else as well. Yeah.
Did we take a long rest since the chariot race? We did.
Yes.
Yes.
So I had a magic,
does that
magic 20
Include
Ooh,
me.
but
when I
natural
was
20 on
looking.
the
Yeah, when I was
investigate.
looking
Since
for
chariot
blood
race.
and
Yeah, so you...
magic 20. Yeah, that's
There's
the one.
definitely blood all over the floor.
That's just
Like,
full health.
you...
isn't it?
There's no avoiding that.
Apart from the slap.
There are some splats of blood
No.
up the wall to the right-hand side, as like if you're facing into the room from the door, suggesting that some sort of artery was cut while he was facing that direction. It looks like that may well have been like the killing blow then, because of just how much blood is sprayed up this wall and onto the ceiling.
So likely.
So
it was
possibly like a
killed first,
like a
and then-
throat slit up onto the wall, and then was butchered afterwards, as opposed to like beheaded or something. You don't see any blood leaving the room, and you don't see any blood anywhere else other than just essentially it has soaked the floor and started to congeal a bit towards like one of the drains, because clearly they don't really let these prisoners in or out. So there's definitely a toilet corner, and the blood is like seeped into this drain and just up the wall and slightly onto the ceiling. I'm trying to remember how paprika works. You can communicate. No, you can't actually communicate. Yeah, that was it. So paprika comes back after 2-3 minutes, and he's like, "Did you find anything?" Like shakes, and he's like, does the vent system go all the way up to the outside? And then there's a nod. He's like, I think we found our way in and out.
Yeah, for sure. Unless it was a guard, they must have come in through the vent. Which means some kind of shapeshifter, but... Druid? Maybe wizard?
Where's the end of the vent?
The end of the what? A vent.
Yeah.
Are you asking paprika?
The guard.
Ah, right. I was like, paprika can say yes or no, just about. He goes, well, obviously we need some sort of ventilation for the prisoners, so we've got, like, essentially, if you go on top of each of these cells and through the corridors, there are these little like slits in the top, and they all form one big lattice of little tunnels and stuff. And then there's a few of those that go up to the outside towards near the palace and stuff. And then there's like little pillars outside. They sort of like built into these pillars to make sure that they don't get like clogged with horse shit.
So that's got to be pretty complicated, right? The way that's all...
Oh yeah,
So,
it's an absolute warren.
Then, so whoever came through must have known how to get to the cell.
so
I must have known where
You know
Herman
the,
was.
Or had some kind of trace on him or something.
you know the vent, like where the vent comes out. Is that in the second and the third?
He said he didn't think he did, but he
Entry.
did after a long rest.
Because you said the first one they're not too bothered with who comes in and out. Is the second and the third? Does
Yeah,
it
so
come
you're
out in
asking
that?
me or the dude?
You.
Right. Well.
Sorry, I need to...
Okay, I'll ask the dude.
Okay, he's like, I think some of them come out into the palace, because we are sort of like going under the palace.
Because that, and then I'll just say to you, because that means that this is someone that has obviously had clearance to come into.
There may be ones that come from outside of the palace as well. It's very hard to know which pillars have specifically got these like vents in them, because
How many pillars?
I honestly couldn't tell you. Enough to keep us supplied with
Is
air, I suppose.
there anyone next door or in like cells opposite or?
Yes, from what you can hear, the one opposite this whole time has been basically like banging the door, be it his fist or his head, unable to tell. And in the one to the, so like towards the entrance / exit that you came in through, he's just sort of mixture between laughing and crying.
I'm gonna ask the guard. Do you know the inmate that is related to the gnome lady upstairs? David, I believe they call them.
Her name was Lola.
David, no.
You want to say sure?
Oh,
Feathers in her hair.
not that fucking little mental one who blew himself up in the fucking guild house.
That's him.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, David.
Is,
He's a biter.
What's his actual name?
Wait, it's not David?
so is he down here?
Oh yeah, he's like a few corridors over. He's a fucking mad one, that. I wouldn't go near him.
I feel like we need to.
Especially
ask
with your
these people
fingers. You know, with a horse and you have to feed them like...
opposites, see if they
Yeah.
heard anything.
Did you say that all the vent pillars are relatively near the palace?
I'm sorry, did you just shit your pants?
I don't know. Yes.
You can clean
Answer the question, boy.
At this point, you can hear Kezra starting to kick up a fuss. He's like, "Let me through! What is going on? Get out of my way, you fucking peasant!" There's just like a firm...
Oh.
And then he...
Oh,
Ow, that really hurt my hand. Fuck. Oh, the helmet. Oh, get out of my way. And then he like kicks through. And he just basically pushes past him and he's like... Why did no one stop me?
I was about to, but you kind of.
Oh my...
Yeah.
give him a hug back.
First Archibald and now Herman.
Just step back.
Oh, I'm having a panic attack.
Yeah, you don't need
And he
to
basically,
see
he's like sits down against the wall. He's like... My heart.
I'm gonna kneel
I don't
down.
think he's going to take
He's
it.
gonna die, but he's gonna.
I'm gonna kneel down in front of him.
Go and give
What's
him
the matter,
I was gonna say,
dear?
go.
No,
go
he
and
doesn't
calm
need
him
it.
down.
That's the, he needs space and
Kezra, do you
air.
need a coach?
What's the matter, dear?
Kezra, do you need a coach?
I need a whiskey and a lie down. Has anyone got any whiskey? And like Scary sort of like does that, looks through his bag and he's like,
I'm sure Bax will sit down so you can lie on
there's
his
like
lap.
a tiny like sort of like a shot worth in the bottom of like some unknown bottle that you guys have collected over this week, and he's just like, there they go. He's like, oh good. Oh, I forgot you don't have a lot of money, do you? That is very bad. Oh god. Oh, it's making me need to sneeze. Oh, I can feel it in my nose.
Maybe you should
Oh.
take some of your opium.
And
That's a
me.
good idea. Yeah,
Do
take some
that.
of that.
He
We need-
pulls out basically the entire rest of it.
Am I in front of the
It's like-
guard?
Can I try and
Yeah.
get a sniff in before
And
he
the
does?
command... make an acrobatics check.
Okay. I'm
This
desperate
is
to
like
get some.
dolphin day you passed.
Yeah, as the he's leaning down towards you, the guard goes to say something, and then he's just like, I sort of want to keep my job, you know?
13.
You get a schnoz full, but then you
yeah,
sort of,
no.
you're both there, and then there's a moment where as you like sniff, like some of your moustache goes up his nose, and then there's a moment where you look up and it's sort of tense, sort of cute.
But I got some, yeah?
Oh yeah,
Hello.
make a Constitution saving throw for me.
17.
Okay, you seem to have got just the right amount to get you a buzz without incapacitating you. So you're a little like slower in general, but yeah, just chill. Feels like you could write some poetry, you know?
Ah, yes. Why am I in my pants?
Holy shit. You guys
Hello.
might want to get some of this.
Yeah, you got any more of that?
I've got a lot back home. No, I don't. No. I do not know where it came from. I found it in my pocket.
You refused to put any trousers on, so we just kind of let you.
I don't recall this.
Are you normally like this?
I don't know.
Huh.
No, not again.
Oh,
Never
no.
again.
Oh, I knew it was too good to be true.
I do not think this agrees with your friend. I feel like someone else came to the front then.
Oh, thank God I have no trousers on.
Oh, I can't. Right.
Yeah, this whole time as well, like, Scarus is just sort of like peering through and then like wandering in and sort of checking over little bits and bobs.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to ask
Well
earlier
done.
and then I forgot.
Well,
Forgot again.
Forgot again.
No, shut up.
Okay.
Shut up a minute.
She's such a bully.
he's gone.
Um,
I was gonna say, Scarus made a
Whoa.
medicine check
Oh, yeah.
on the corpse.
No. Right, sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't have my book last time.
Right.
So, what did Herman say to us in the meta game? Can you just remind us?
Something along the lines of he heard people talking about
us.
like the arena clusterfuck, and that your guys' name, not names, but your guys' description was given in the context of sort of just being there in the kerfuffle of it all, without necessarily being blamed for anything. But he wasn't sure if it was guards talking about it or prisoners talking about it, but also that he heard about some sort of building blowing up. And then immediately Lilith went, that was Bax.
It was.
Yeah, he just
Not wrong.
wanted to be able to
Not
talk
wrong.
to you, but he wasn't really able to speak freely because of his situation.
What did he see when he did a medicine check?
Right, so he confirmed that there are indeed some sort of markings on the skin, on the sort of what would be the pecs that are now, like, you know, splayed open. The heart is definitely missing. The sort of all the valves to the heart have been very crudely, almost like hacked off or like sawed off, as opposed to surgically cut. Compare that then to the marks on the skin that look like they were done with a very steady hand with a very sharp blade. These look like they could have been fucking chewed off. They're that poorly done. The eyes are scooped out entirely, with the optic nerve also being gone.
Ugh.
And the tongue has been basically cut from underneath and completely taken out as like one thing. There's no shred of tongue left.
So it's like all his organs gone.
Just
Just the heart.
the heart. The rest, and the intestines are in his mouth. But the rest of them are there,
That's not where they should go.
but either like falling out slightly or just sort of, you know, stuck in this splayed cavity.
From where we are in
I'd
the
be
room.
fucking fuming if I was Herman looking
Yeah,
down
to
on
be
her,
fair.
wouldn't you? You'd be
Be
fuming.
like, oh, come on.
Not
You
in my
assumed that
mouth,
Herman went to
really.
heaven.
I didn't say Herman.
You said looking
I mean-
down on there.
Clearly, someone wanted him to not speak.
From where we stood in this cell, listening, do we think it's reasonable that he could have overheard from a neighbouring cell, or are we thinking
Make a
it
perception check.
is pretty much definitely have come from the corridor?
Well, that's going on.
That's what I'm.
Did you say all the vents were near the palace? Or the pillars?
They'll be around that area for the
Does-
most part.
Does this count as the area that we have to get permission to get into?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay,
Some of them are.
good to know.
23.
23. Okay. You can. So, with the door open, it's sort of giving a bit of a false read. So, you essentially just like move the guard out the way, and you're like, hang on 2 secs, and you don't close it fully just in case it like bolts and you get
Yeah.
stuck in the room with the dead guy. But it muffles enough sound on the brick walls where you don't think it's necessarily the guy in the cell next to him. But you can definitely hear the guy opposite and hear chatter in the corridor. It's sort of, these back 3 walls are very like blanketed, and then
Like
it's just
that
this
brick.
front wall, yeah. And you notice that obviously where this door, where they feed them, there is like a slight gap under the door where they sort of like fold this thing up. So,
Is there like absolutely nothing else in the room? Like there's no bed, there's no...
there is a bed. I say a bed.
Just check under the shit. There he is!
Shit, I was doing so well! No, it's sort of like a burlap sack of old, damp, blood-covered hay with a very rudimentary pillow that's essentially just like some cloth that's rolled.
Can I kind of search around here, or like kind of like for any notes or pieces of paper that he might have scribbled and hid, or...
Make an investigation check.
Can
Are
I
you gonna make me
help
do it just to say
doing
no?
a sweep of the room?
That's the wrong dice.
Just to make sure we
Yep.
haven't missed anything.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so either Jess roll with
Do tell us
investigation with
the
advantage, or both of you roll a single.
Yeah.
Do tell us that you can hear it, what you can hear. Where?
Yeah, I'll come out and
18?
mention it.
Okay.
I say I like if you overheard someone, they were either in the corridor outside or the cell opposite, not the ones next door, because you can't hear through those.
To be fair as well, you think it could well be the sort of one opposite and down one. It's just this sort of like triangle out in
Yeah,
front of the door,
it's like
definitely.
zone of-
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, we need to talk to them.
And the
I'm getting the feeling that it was probably someone in the hall, not in the cell.
Yeah, but surely they would.
while I'm
They
checking
might
that
have
as
it
well, I'm
too,
also gonna
so.
check the wall, like to see if there's any, to see if it is like actual brick or if there's any like secret. I don't know.
Doesn't Scaris's eye automatically pick up on all that anyway?
I thought it was just traps.
No, it's only you can
Oh.
detect magic with a spell and detect traps with his eye.
Oh, so the wall would have lit up
It's a
again.
trap.
Yeah, there's nothing magical there, but it doesn't detect mechanical, so there could well be something mechanical. It only checks with magic. But yeah, like I said, the chains are definitely magic. But
Well, tell me, boy.
hold on.
Sorry. Got
So you
excited.
start with the sort of the bed section, trying to skirt around these hanging bits of body, and then as you like lean down, you inevitably just like headbutt the hand that's been severed, and like send it swinging, and it comes back and
Nah.
like knocks you again.
I wouldn't do that.
But you notice his signet ring,
Whose signet ring?
Human's,
Oh, right. okay.
still on his finger. They didn't take it off him. There's just a signet ring on this dangling hand.
What was that again? The
What?
signet ring. What did it? Was it?
Oh, it's just like a sort of family crest. So some sort of little shield with
Right.
an animal either side.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just gonna go. Ah! It's like
the
swinging back
guard
and
sort of
forth.
like the guard comes flying back into the room. He hasn't got his weapon drawn, but he's like choppers up. Like, what's going on?
Herman tried to bite her.
What? He's fucking dead, you clown.
Oh yeah.
Is
I
it
think
me?
his accent's
What?
changed, but it don't matter.
I think I saw a rat. It's fine.
There are no rats in here.
Well, I think I saw
How do
something.
you know?
I think he's.
All right. Well,
Can I sleight of hand and take the ring off his finger?
okay. Yeah, go for it.
She's stealing.
Oh, is it actually sleight of hand check?
Yeah, on the right.
Wait. Oh.
Where was it?
A natural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
That was lucky because he had
Sorry, Rob. A dirty
he had
20.
he had a 19 on his perception
And
check.
magical 20.
So you just about like you wait for him just to turn around, and as you do, you just sort of bump it again. But as you bump it, you're like, oh, and you stop it and pull the finger off the finger off the ring. I meant to say the ring off the finger, but you know what? Fuck it, we'll go with it. You pull the finger off. You now have a ring-bound finger in your hand.
Ugh.
Great Elven
I just
ring,
kind of
isn't
go. I'm gonna walk past Scarius and like just drop it into his hand.
Chris said, "Can Scarius cast Identify on the ring?"
Yes, you can. So as he's sort of sitting there still, like
I love
doing-
how that he's playing
Yeah.
from his.
well, it
house.
makes my life easier because
Yeah.
I don't have to make decisions. He's sort of still looking at the body, just getting a bit of an examination on it, talking to the guard a bit, sits back down and goes to like make some notes, and this fucking finger just lands on him. It's just a moment of like monk composure, and he's like, "I assume you want me to identify the ring, and that you didn't do this just to be a dick."
Bit of both.
Pulls the ring off the back of the finger, and he's like,
I'll take that.
I'll pocket it.
Okay. Add one halfling finger to your inventory.
I forgot he was a halfling.
Yeah. Yes, it's a very small body. Looks like a child has been splayed, honestly. Oh, tiny hand! It's my strong finger! So Scarius casts Identify on the ring. It takes about 10 minutes or so for it to kick in. But as that's going on, when you sort of go back to the bed to check through it, there's no like immediate sort of obvious things like notes or contraband that he was hiding or anything.
Oh, mean.
But once you sort of go through the pillow that was like basically just a blanket rolled up, a little icon made of copper falls out.
I'm just gonna look scary at him and be like, "You little fuck."
What? It wasn't me. Other people are allowed to use copper.
So is it just like? A
It's
piece of
essentially, it looks a
copper
little
or-
bit like a coin, but it's got almost like a stamped chevron on it. It's like it looks like it's been minted somewhat, or like sort of hand hammered out. But it's just like a little chevron on a copper coin.
Is that a recognisable symbol in any way?
Make a history or a religion check.
That's minted arrows.
I think they're both as bad as each other. Let's see.
I'm not a smart man.
Same, 14.
14. Okay. Nothing immediate. There's been plenty of examples in both the new religion and recent history where like a chevron has been used by some upstart rebellion on their flag, or used as like a common symbol among thieves within certain parts of the world, and there's all these little examples of it, but nothing that's like, oh, Herman would definitely be involved in this particular thing, or like this is from this particular area. It's just, oh yeah, I remember hearing about like a group of people on the other side of the world that were using this in their rebellion or whatever.
I'm gonna turn to Kezra and be like, because
He's
obviously,
still just like sort of sat with his back against the wall, high as a kite, and crying silently.
am I gonna get anything out of him? Kezra, so when Herman was arrested, we were told that all his works were gonna come to you. Did you ever get any
I
of them?
remember you saying about that. No, it never came to me. He's probably still in the prison. That is a funny and hard word to say. I think I did too much. I hope Lola's okay. I'll go find Lola. And he stands up and he sort of like staggers off down the corridor, and the guard is like, oh, fuck, not like his personal bodyguard walks after him. And he's like,
Look at him go!
What does it mean that they never arrived to him?
That means,
Someone took
Someone
it.
either intercepted it,
or it was
or
the guards.
Look, we need to chat
It was
with
the brass helms that took it off, wasn't it? Was it?
no city
Or was
guards.
it
City
yeah,
guard.
City guard.
City-
We need to talk to people in the opposite sides.
I want
the
to know if they
identify finishes casting up, and it doesn't seem like a magic ring at all. However, it seems suitable for it's almost like supple to magic. It feels like it could well be not even just enchanted, but almost like it sort of wants to be enchanted. Like it was made in a very specific way that seems like it should be magical currently. So Scarlet is like, I'm keeping this.
No, he wasn't,
Just
like,
pockets it.
he wasn't robbed, was he? At least we know that.
Who's the person opposite? I'm asking the guy.
That was the one that was screaming and banging his head. So he goes, oh, that's I shouldn't say it, but that's Mad Terry.
Mad Terry, cool. You think Mad Terry's gonna want to chat?
You can fucking try. Good luck. Yeah, you knock the door and you back, and he goes, that was probably his head.
Hello, Terry. Okay, goodbye.
Right, okay, that's what we're doing.
I'm not talking to that psychopath.
Hey, buddy!
The guard goes up and he goes, hang on, and he unlocks one of the deadbolts and pulls like a sliding board across, and you are met with a man with a single tooth in the middle of his head, in the top of his mouth. Yeah, no, not that, but a single tooth on his top jaw. His nose is crooked as all hell's. One milky eye, and then one that's sort of like a greeny hazel. His ears stick forward, very like chimp ears. He's very pale but got like reddening around the nose and cheeks like an alcoholic. Big butt chin. Thick mutton chops, but nothing's growing at all in like the sort of goatee area. Sticky outy grey hair with not like just like a bald patch, but almost like a bald stripe. Where normally like blokes get the male pattern baldness where it comes in here, well his has gone the opposite way. He's got like a reverse widow's peak. And yeah, this sort of horrible face is just presented to you through this gap. And then I think we should take a break.
Cool.
We shall be back soon. Stay tuned.
Oh, my hand's not in
Hello. Welcome back. Before the break, we descended into the depths of the prison under the palace alongside Thaddeus Kezra to find one Hermann Wessenschmidt chopped to tiny little bits and displayed like a banquet.
How many banquets do you have from the ceiling?
3.
Fair.
No, I was thinking the same thing. I might say, yeah.
So, yeah, the ring Scarus found isn't magical, but definitely wants to be. It feels like it may give some sort of additional side effect if enchanted. That was the vibe that the Identify got. Kezra fucked off down the corridors to go and find Lola, high as a kite.
Good friend.
So,
And you have opened the slot to Mad Terry's dungeon room, and his face is now just pressed up in this slot, and he's just...
hi,
Hello,
Terrence.
Terry.
I'm assuming you're called Terrence.
They call me Terry.
Terry.
Right, okay,
Terry.
okay. So,
Terry, we all do.
Terry, how's your hearing?
Not too good since I chewed my own ear off. Wait, no, that was a dream.
So you can hear us now.
He locks eyes with you, and he suddenly has just this...
It looks like a cat.
I don't like you, boy. Terry don't like you one bit.
Me?
You're giving bad vibes.
The captain's like, do you want to, like, go down there a bit? I don't think...
Genuinely, I couldn't tell whether you were looking at me or Jess then.
Oh, you.
Right. I was looking at Jess, he looked at me.
I was like, is it because I'm a fox? Like,
No. No, it's just like
Chadwick, you might want to...
a little territorial old man.
Why don't you like him?
He got the eyes of a killer, according to Terry.
How would you like to play?
Yeah, I know you all killers.
Listen to me, boy.
I know you all killed, but he got the eyes of a spooky killer. Spooky killer.
No, I don't.
No.
How would you like
Terry would know Terry a killer.
to play with my abacus?
That's not a euphemism.
Here you go.
No, don't give anything to any of the prisoners.
How would you
especially
like
Mad Terry.
To watch me play with the abacus.
Go and
Do all your characters have an abacus?
Maybe.
Do you want to go and talk to
They do.
Julie by any chance, or
Who's Julie?
was that her name?
Majority.
Is it Joanne? The woman on the desk.
Yeah, Joanne.
Joanne? Julie?
Who's talking
We had
to
a
Joanne?
Julie.
I thought we were talking to Cherry.
Yeah, no, I'm telling him to
Oh.
fuck off.
Chadwick, go and sit down on the floor with Kezra and show him your abacus. He'll love it.
Kezra's gone.
Sit where Kezra was. Keep his space warm.
I'll pretend to be him.
Yes.
Why don't you count
There we
for
are.
us?
There we are.
Look, I'm Kezra. Hi,
What you want with
Baxter.
Terry?
Okay, we need to know if you, something happened to the person over there.
As he looks, like, because you can see through this, like, gap, and obviously the door is open, and he's like, "Ooh, they got him good. Mm.
Yeah,
Who's they?
pretty good.
Who's they?
They're everywhere, man. Terry knows they're all outside. They'll come in and attack your brain.
Ooh.
I don't think
Who?
The people from the outer worlds, the outside, they attack Terry's brain.
God, and I thought I was crazy.
Right, okay. Do we think he's crazy, or is he crazy enough to be right? And people
I
don't
seen it. I seen them, little tiny little people from the sky. That when they got real close, they got even smaller, and then real big again and climbing Terry. They're all in Terry's head.
Maybe he is right.
Is that why you had bad
Doesn't
walls?
sound that crazy. I mean, I've heard crazier stuff than that.
I hit my head on the wall because they tell me to do it, and I gotta get them out.
What do they tell you to do?
I
Gotta
was
hurt
right.
myself. I gotta hurt people. Or they don't leave me alone.
Okay, focus, Terry. Focus. So,
He just
Who is
gives that
flirting?
spiral.
Look at that. He's flirting.
so our friend over there, he overheard some people talking about something that went down at the Coliseum.
What happened to Coliseum?
Do you hear anything about that?
Did they come? Did they come from the sky and destroy it?
Maybe. We don't know, but
He
that's
starts
what we're
like
trying to find out.
claw through this thing, and the guard is like,
okay.
as he's putting his hands through, he's just going. He's got like this little stick, and he's just like batting his knuckles. Like Terry, fucking stop, Terry, fucking hell, Terry.
I don't think you heard anything, guys.
Terry, do we look familiar?
You all look familiar. I seen you in the space. I see you in the stars, in my dreams. You in Terry's head. Is you one of them? Did you come from the outside?
I mean, that was about an hour
From the
ago.
outside? I don't recognize you. I don't like you.
Jesus Christ, what the hell did I do?
I think we got everything we can get of Terry here. What do you think?
I hear the voices. They talk to me. They talk to
What
Terry.
do they say, Terry?
They tell me they come from the outermost reaches of the universe, and they come and they drive Terry mad. Deep under the sea, they drive Terry mad.
Deep under the sea.
I hear them.
Oh,
They bubble. They're chained below the sky, below the waves. They talk to Terry, and he starts to like really lose her at this point. And this guy's
I
like,
wasn't around for that part.
he's like
was I?
continuously like poking his knuckles. He's like,
For what
Terry,
part?
Terry,
big monster at the
calm
sea.
down, mate. Calm down, Terry.
Let's let him.
But-
Let him.
Yeah, he just
Is
sort
that
of
not what he's
closes.
talking
There's just like an awkward.
You were? Is that not what he's talking about?
Like, what?
Oh, okay.
Is it-
I thought it was a part that I wasn't. I was gonna.
I know,
Say
he was
something.
talking nonsense.
Well, you said about the monster in this. You said about the things in the
Something
sea.
chained under the sea. he said.
And what happened in the prologue? The big sea monster.
Something chained under the sea.
No, but it
We don't know
was-
if it was chained or not, but
And things are coming from under the sea.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe he's not crazy.
Either way, the captain like slowly closes the thing on him. He's like, you can just hear a muffled, "No, let Terry out. I don't want to be in here with him alone."
no, he's
And then it's just like a double locking bolt, and he's like,
Poor guy.
"That's why we don't really talk to Terry."
Okay, what about next door to Terry?
not
Terry's
bad,
neighbour.
Barry.
Yeah, a little bit of a different vibe on this one. And he goes and opens the thing. He's like, Frederick,
That's quite
Frederick.
close to my name.
come on, mate. Come to the door, Frederick. And then just from the very back of the room, there's a guy like hunched standing there, and he turns around and he just quietly walks up to her and he's like, "What can I do for you?" And he refuses to make eye contact, and he's like really just sort of nervous and shifty. These people here want to talk to you, mate, about Kezra and what happened to him. He goes, what
Kezra?
happened? Not Kezra.
I was like, what happened to
Messenschmidt. No,
Kezra?
Messenschmidt. Too many NPC names. And he's like, what happened? What happened to the little man?
Can we tell there's something he's lying?
Make an insight check.
He's lying.
He's not a lion.
So what
Yes.
happened to the little man? And he's like, they came to visit him and they found that he was cut to bits and from the ceiling in parts. It's like, oh man,
14.
don't let that happen to me. Yeah, like he just seems so unbelievably socially isolated and awkward. Like it doesn't seem like he's lying. It just seems like he doesn't know how to talk to people.
Frederick, did you hear anything last night? Throughout the night, coming from Herman's cell.
I heard like a sort of muffled clattering before dinner time, and then like some rattling of chains. But that could be anyone. Like that could be Terry next door. Like we get locked up sometimes when we haven't behaved so good.
Can I ask the guard?
Why is he in here?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he goes,
Have a drink.
ask Frederick, and Frederick goes, I was born with magic, and I don't control it so good, and I ended up sort of turning some of the king's bodyguards in the parade into potted plants and blew them into small bits, and it was seen as treason. And all I wanted to do was cast a simple prestidigitation to create a little spark for the king, and now they won't let me out.
No, poor guy.
You can hear the rattling as he sort of shuffled as well. Like he's definitely got these like sort of shackles around his feet, stop him from going anywhere. They don't let me cast no more.
Has he got anything around his hands?
It looks like there's something around the biceps that are sort of like keeping his arms up somewhat.
Surely
but
he can still cast though.
from hang on, let me.
I'm
Okay.
assuming we can see.
Yeah, so Scarius sort of like takes a peek and he's like, "Oh, you know the metal that those people were kept in boxes? Similar metal, if not the same.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's like an anti-casting thing. That's why I was picking up that they were magic with detect magic, because they themselves are sort of inherently magic, but they sort of suck magic. They're like a magic vacuum." He's like, yeah, they don't let me cast no more. Not even little things like the little sparks that keep me happy and focused.
That's rough. Sorry.
I'm hoping my appeal goes through soon. I need to be trained, not imprisoned.
Rooting for
Does
you.
the way that we look sound familiar to you?
I don't think I've seen.
No,
Have you heard people talking about people like us?
The two tieflings. Yeah, there was something happened at the arena.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I heard a few different people talking about it. Some of them are the guards. They were talking to the lady down at the end of the corridor at some point, and then the guards were in this bit of the corridor, and they were talking, and then I hear Terry shouting something about evolution, and as he says that, Scarus is like, "Boop." It's like, and then something about the sea, and
So we were here to talk to our friends, our late friend, Herman, about what he'd overheard. So was there anything that stood out to you when they were talking about what happened at the stadium, and when they were talking about the two tieflings?
They said the tiefling was a goblin. Was that you or?
Yeah,
him?
that's right. Yeah.
Okay, and what else? What else? These cuffs. They mess with my head. I don't sleep too good anymore, and I forget. Everything goes foggy, and I just need I need to cast. You know, it's in. Sorry. The evolution and then the tieflings and some sort of distraction, and I don't remember much. It says something about a distraction. That's all I remember.
That's okay, Frederick.
Thank you.
We'll try and help you with your appeal if we can.
Okay, I don't have the money for a lawyer. I don't have family here, and they just imprison me, and I haven't really spoken to people since coming here. So thank you for talking to me.
How long you been down here?
I don't know. My magic helps me keep track of stuff, and there's no natural light down here. Everything just bleeds into one, you know. I don't remember much. I just sort of keep track of meals. I've had 92 meals. It'll be my 1293rd tonight.
So, where are you from, Frederick?
I'm from over near Stillwater.
And how did you get here?
I just sort of went around the world. I tend not to stay in one place too long because it's hard to control my magic sometimes. And when I get these big flare-ups, I cause pain to people, you know. And then I once turned a woman's feet into jelly, and she fell over and broke her neck and died. So I ran.
Oh my god!
Did someone else bring you here?
No. I just go where the universe sort of tells me to. I just drift, you know. I'm a worshipper of Hadras, the water god, and one of his teachings is that you just go where the water takes you. And one night I was just casting some spells, you know, trying to practice and keep in control. And I was creating these little lights, and they were pink and blue, and they were swirling in the sky, and it was very pretty. But it illuminated a boat, and I thought, I have some money, I can go on the boat. And I got on the boat, and I came here, and then I wanted to see the king because I heard all about him, and I thought, you know, I would celebrate him and give him some sparks or some lights like I'd practiced, and I thought I'd practiced it. It should be fine. It shouldn't go wrong. Not like before.
How much is a lawyer gonna cost you?
I don't know. I don't know how long I'm supposed to be in here. According to some of the guards, a lot of people end up dying down here. They just get old and die.
God, how long has he got to stay here?
He goes, he's been sentenced to, hold on, and then he goes off and he gives this little notebook from by the front desk, and he's going through it, and he's like, 25 years without parole. He's been in here 3 and a bit years now, I think.
He's not gonna make the full 25. Look at him.
So how... Okay.
Rough.
Okay, so the guards have definitely been talking about us.
Yeah.
How many guards are with us at the moment?
So there's that big orc guy still outside the sort of crime scene room. The captain is with you, and there's one other guard in the crime scene room.
If the guards are in on this, I'll kind of go to one side, obviously away from. If the guards are in on this, then we are probably
Fucked.
Fucked right now. Yeah, we're sitting ducks.
Unless we push those two in the cell, close the door, and then there's only the one to deal with.
But if the guards aren't in on this, then that is going to get us thrown in here too. Which would not be ideal, because then we can't do anything. Because we'll be locked.
Yeah, but surely that's... we've got Kezra. Kezra can help us there.
But what if he's in on it?
I doubt that. Doesn't seem like the type.
Got a little feeling.
He's got a little something. Scar is just sort of snickers under his breath. He's like, I'm sorry, it is very funny to me.
Evils.
We need to find him in that case.
Let's maybe let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay. How about we go and talk to Julie?
Joanne.
Joanne.
Joanne, and just say to her if she's seen
Frederick.
anything.
Yes?
Thank you. Not you.
Sorry?
Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you get out here real soon.
We'll try and help you.
My time may as well be spent helping people, because I'm sort of stuck in here. I mean, if only I could get these shackles off, I'd be fine. But I never take them off.
Interesting.
The captain just goes, "Phoom." That's enough talk about that. Yeah. And just bolts it back.
Is that true? What he said?
What, that he magically assaulted the king?
That he can't control his magic and it wasn't his fault. Is that true?
That's just the typical excuse of a mage. Some spellcaster cast the spell at the wrong person and oh no, I can't control it. Pfft, pull the other one.
Got no way of proving it, I guess. We're gonna leave now. Thanks for your time. If you
I've
find
got a
out,
body to clean up, so you know.
if you find out anything else, is there some way we can contact you?
Well, if there's anything that I believe next of kin should know, I will find his next of kin. But it seems you are not. You are simply acquaintances of the deceased, and you are no longer part of the investigation. You've already seen too much anyway about it, so
I
keep
mean,
it quiet.
technically, he rebirthed me.
That kind of
Yeah.
makes him. Her
She's kind of my dad, right?
Make a persuasion.
I think she's fucking inspiration for that.
Let's see how it goes.
Wow. Just wow.
What am I doing? Persuasion.
Yeah.
21.
Sounds good.
Kick me out.
Okay.
Like to kick you.
He's like, I assume that's adopted father, though.
Complicated.
He gave her life. Again.
Yep. I do remember
Right.
this.
If we need you, we'll find you.
Anyone down here who had anything to do with the whole stadium thing?
Oh yes, you've got a special wing for them.
Can we see them?
No.
Why?
No.
That was
No is not an answer.
that was crazy, right? That whole thing. Like we were there. We saw that.
We were there. I'd
Did
quite
you
like
guys
to.
see it? It was it's kind of wild.
I mean, I'd quite like to duff some people up myself for what they did.
What were you doing there?
Watching the chariot race.
What
You
do you
know?
mean? What
It's-
were you doing
It's
there?
the chariot
I
race.
was taking
Everyone
up
goes.
hits. That's what I was doing.
Were you involved in the fighting?
Well,
Uh,
people
if
got
If
to
we were, we'd be in there.
people got to defend themselves when some
We were attacked and defended ourselves.
crazy people jump out of nowhere with knives and start swinging at you. You know, it's
So let me get this straight in my head. You have now been at least 2 crime scenes where one was so packed with people that you could have slipped away unnoticed. And the second one, you just happened to have arrived and known the deceased. You just happened to arrive when he was dead and hanging from the ceiling, and then, oh, we're so surprised. And then you decide you want to go and talk to prisoners and start questioning about the other people that were there at the arena and to see them.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Were you there
I was
at the
not.
arena?
No.
No? Were the
Are
rest
you
of your
sure
guards
about
there?
that?
Some of your guards there? Perchance?
Not my boys down here, no, but the ones from the palace upstairs, some, yes.
Interesting. Just so happened to be all of us are in the same place.
You got him good.
I suggest you go and collect your eccentric friend and leave.
Touched a nerve.
Sounds like you've got
Problems. Issues.
like chill. We're good.
From your point of view, yes.
What's yours then?
Well, 5 strangers who happen to know a particularly dangerous necromancer come wandering in on the day he died, discussing how
How do you know it was today
said
that he died?
necromancer brought them back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, then,
Yeah,
the day
cool.
he was discovered.
Also, if
Well,
we
someone
killed
had to
him,
discover
wouldn't
him
the blood,
eventually.
wouldn't the blood have been wet?
It very much was still, like, within 48 hours. So,
Yeah, but it still dries out.
yeah, it's dried out somewhat, but it was thick enough, like, there was a deep enough pool where, like, there were definitely still bits that were
Plus,
wet
how
to
quick
the
do you
touch,
think that
but
we work that we could do that in the time we've called you?
I'm
Plus-
not necessarily suggesting that you came in and did it
Plus, I don't think
now.
you should be accusing or pointing fingers at anyone
When you're the bitch with the keys.
when you're the one whose care that he was murdered under.
Oh no. A necromancer. A madman. Oh, he happened to have been killed. If anyone in this prison behind these doors were to die, I assure you no one would miss them. Least of all me.
And we're the ones that seem suspicious.
Exactly.
I'm on to you.
He's got the keys as well. Just saying. Just throw that out there.
I've punched men in the balls before. I'll do it again.
People wouldn't have noticed you just skulking around.
I assure you, if I was going to kill one of these horrible bastards, I would simply starve them out and watch them suffer.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that the whole thing seems a little extravagant to have been an inside job.
This meathead beer. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
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 Seems a bit too fancily done. Like someone who needs skill, not just some sort of
He puts his
Idiot.
hand on his weapon and he's like, I suggest you get going.
Thanks for having us. We had a lovely time. This is a very nice place that you've got down here. We're gonna go now. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go before there's
Are
more
we-
bloodshed.
As you
hey.
start like going back down the corridor on this like cross section, Kezra's stumbling back, Lola's with him, and Lola's like seems to have been crying, but it very much looks like he's cheered her up somewhat, and he's like, "This is my new friend Lola," and then she's like, and he's like, "She had some of her pills lying on her too." And then we took some more of mine. And the guard that's with him is like,
No, there for you. Go on your merry way.
Make sure that he gets back up top, okay, once he's done.
Is there a
I'm
guard?
going to take Lola for a tour of my mansion.
Go and show her Philip. She'll love Philip. Go show her.
Oh, you've got to see Philip. And she's like, who's
Go and see.
lip. And
Go
she's like,
on.
that's a funny name. And he's like, I feel like I have drunk my body weight in alcohol.
I
I somehow feel hungover, and I've only had 2 wines this morning.
Is there a guard with us? Sorry, Jess.
The captain is still just like walking behind you, hand on his thing, just like sort of watching you go. But it is just this guy, and the one outside Wessenschmidt's room has gone into Wessenschmidt's room with the other guy. So it's currently you 5, Kezra, Lola, and Kezra's bodyguard.
Do you think when we're out
And
of sight...
Joanne/Julie.
I'm just gonna say to Bax, like,
Joanne
quietly,
Lee.
I'm not leaving him down here.
Yeah, okay.
Who?
We're gonna go now.
Get clicking at them.
Come on.
No when he's vulnerable.
Kezra, who is your friend? This, she'll point to the guard. This lovely individual. What's his name?
Well, the captain. He goes,
See? That forgetful.
Who are you again? And he goes, Captain Williams. We've been over this. Captain Williams, we have been over this. It's a very long name. It's a good name, isn't it? And Lola's like, ugh.
Kezra, maybe you could ask the captain to escort you out.
And he's like, that is a good try, my friend, but if Mr. Kezra is going to be escorted out, I will get one of my comrades to do it for me.
Maybe you should escort me out. Just me.
Maybe you should just fucking leave.
No, okay. Worth a try.
You're banging on the door back down by Terry's again.
Is Ke-
Like a dolt.
Will Kezra and Lola follow us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to leave him down there, especially when he's in that vulnerable
Just
state.
kind of like
And we've
tapping
pissed off the captain.
We're going now.
Bye, Captain Williams. We've been through this already.
Do not come back.
We will.
Planning to-
Just to annoy you.
Just gonna lead Kezra out.
He's like, oh, he's
Just
touching
turn
me.
it.
Lola, he's touching me.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Scaris walks behind and goes, I knew it.
It's like pushing him.
You
up the
like
stairs.
him.
I don't like him. I just don't want him to die.
That means you like him.
Not necessarily.
So yeah, you go back through and Julie/Joanne just gives Kezra like a little wave and he's like, goodbye, Joanne.
Wait, Joanne/Julie. Do we look familiar?
You were on Metagame or Metashare last
No,
night,
go,
you
go,
were.
go. I'm leaving the room.
Fucking hell! Wait, no, come back. Sign this, you're famous.
Okay.
Scarius just goes back and he's like, my dad is also sort of famous. I come from a famous family. He's like, sort of, she's
If
like,
we sign
oh my
something-
god!
Will you answer some of our questions?
Yeah, whatever. I'm fucking starstruck.
Question number 1. Do you know where Rose is?
What, the lady who works here? Do you mean Roseanne?
No, the other one on the show.
Oh, the one on the show. Oh, no, I don't know anyone famous.
Oh,
You know us?
waste of time.
I do now, yeah.
Yeah, she knows us.
Girls are not going to believe this.
So have you heard about people talking about the arena?
Oh, it was dead awful, wasn't it? All that blood. Them crocodiles on the loose. Fucking tragic.
And maybe 2 tieflings?
I remember 2 crocodiles and, oh, there were some goblins. And a pair of men all dressed in black, but I don't remember no tieflings, no.
So you don't remember anyone like gossiping about the arena area?
I mean, me and my ladies have been gossiping about
No, I
it,
mean like
sure.
here.
Oh my god, there's
Oh, I don't pay attention to them, love. I
Oh
just
my
read my
God.
books.
Are you okay, Chadwick?
Oh, you took my head.
Wait, what's doing it? Oh, the woman. Kezra, you alright, love? And he's
Oh,
like,
Christ.
I'm feeling great, Joanne. My face seems to have gotten stuck. Lola, my face. And she's like, Scaris is just like,
I'm calling from the steps because I left that I'm on the stairs.
Joanne,
Come on!
Joanne, my
Joanne.
face is stuck. Help me, Joanne.
Okay,
and she's like,
bye.
Kezra, love, just relax your face, just relax it. And he's like,
Would you shut up?
oh yes, I had it all tense in my face.
Come on, let's
Ignoring him.
So annoying. Come
Let's
on,
go,
let's go.
Pot kettle black, sunshine.
I don't know what that means. Shouting words at me.
what's your face? You. Let's go find Roz. Go.
Oh,
With
jolly good.
Just crotch first.
on the other end.
like running like Ed from Ed, isn't it?
I'm looking for you, Roz. That sounded more like Big the
That's my
Cat.
horse.
That was more like Floggy.
On the way out, I'm gonna ask Lola if she saw David in the end.
Yeah, I saw him, alright. He's not doing too good. He's very gaunt in the face, and
Stay with me, Lola.
The
Stay
down
with
is
me.
kicked in.
Lola.
He's gone all gaunt in the face, and he's got some new like self-done piercings somehow. I don't know how that works. Like he seems to have fashioned it out of like bits of cutlery or something. Like it's mostly made of wood, but he's just sort of stuck himself with it, and he seems to have given himself some like tattoos with like soot and again what I assume to be like a wooden fork.
What tattoos?
They were kind of shitty, like sort of like all.
Like the guy.
It was real bad. It's not a good look, and it was poorly done because it was all sort of just like dirt from the floor, and it looked like it got infected and healed all wrong.
What was the tattooist's name?
Kahurangi.
I feel like we
That
need to go
guy.
and talk to David.
They're not gonna let us back down there.
Yeah, we can talk to Julie. Julie likes us.
I mean, what you need to know about David? Maybe I can help.
Can you draw? If I gave you a piece of paper, could you draw what his tattoos look like?
Sure.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Sure. And then if you go like,
I think it's a parchment.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say
I thought
Scaris
Scaris
is
would
just like
have,
holding
yeah.
one of the books, and he's like,
Ah, yeah. In that case, I'll just push Scaris' hand towards.
weird. She like starts drawing, and it very much is some of the more tenderly ones described to you previously, like very.
See, motherfuckers, I told you I'd be going to see David. No, you have to go and see Terry.
Terry was
He's done
nice.
it himself.
Who?
Terry.
I mean, I assume so. They don't really let them out much, if at all.
Have you know?
He's shit in the corner.
Has David been acting strange, Lola? Like,
I mean, he's a domestic terrorist. Like, how much stranger can you get?
stranger than usual. I mean, like his usual character.
Extra strange.
Is he acting
I just
kinda
assume
sus?
that he's just going a bit mad, being stuck in like cabin fever, you know.
But what
I missed
about
that. What did he say?
Is he acting kind of sus?
Jesus.
but what about before?
Yeah, he's being a little suspicious, but like he's just a shifty guy, you know.
Where would he have found out about
This is what
those?
I mean.
You know?
Has David been hanging out with any new friends?
I don't think
I
they'll ever
doubt
see
it.
anyone.
Yeah, he's in a cell.
Not
but-
now. I mean, before he decided
Oh, he's
to
been
blow
in there
things
quite
up.
quite some time. So no.
How
Oh, I'm
peculiar.
trying to make sense of this.
Go on.
Wasn't it just a bit odd odd how the commander sort of shifted. Like he was fine, and then
As soon as we
It's
questioned
as soon
it.
as I mentioned the arena.
Yes.
As you say that,
I was
Lola
just trying to
says
get a
something
reaction.
under her breath.
oh,
And
Paula.
Lola
Paul.
Who's Paula?
I'm Paul.
casts something on herself that's got like a sort of golden shimmer, and it like pulses. And she's like, I feel better. Sorry, mixing those drugs was a bad idea. I feel better. And Scarce is like, wait, was that like, did you cure yourself of poison? And she's like, oh yeah. I just a little restoration here and there. I used to be a priest up in the temple district, a priest of Elor, the goddess of life. I still know how to do the blessings here and there, so every now and again when I'm feeling a bit
Useful.
yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry I was in my stupor. When I'm that fucking out of it, it takes me a while to remember that I can actually do this.
You slapped me.
You deserved it.
Yeah, you did.
Kezra's like, oh
Quiet,
no,
you.
Lola, you're not on the buzz with me anymore.
Can you do him too?
And then she turns to him, and the guard with him is like, please. She's like, oh, fine. She just sticks her hand on his head. He's like, what are you doing to me? She just goes, boom, like a pulse, and he's like, oh, you killed my buzz, and I'm all out of all the fun stuff.
Dude, it's like noon. Come on.
It's midnight somewhere, bozo.
Oh,
It's Baxter, actually.
Love stiff.
Trouble in paradise.
Do we want to try and go back down? I feel like that's a bad idea.
Wait, why are we going back down? I was very much out
Shut
of
up.
it. I've lost track of the plan.
I totally
I've
changed
lost
to the
track
wrong
of what's
character.
going on. What? Someone tell me.
You and
Can
Lola
you
are gonna
talk to
go
the
and
captain?
see
Philip.
Philip,
Philip the
and
dog.
we're gonna
Wait,
go and
those-
see David. The dog.
They're not
And
gonna let us
then-
back down.
Oh, yeah.
See David.
Oh, I forgot about Philip. I thought you meant the prisoner.
Oh, I do.
I was like, shit, did they put Philip in prison?
Yeah, I think
That would be a tragedy.
we're gonna have to find another way.
Oh,
down.
What can he tell us?
oh, the drugs have gone to my belly. I'm going to have to go home now for unrelated reasons. Lola, do you still want a tour? And she's like, sure, I got all afternoon. He's like, come with me, quickly. And he turns to the guard and he's like, I need cover at 6 o'clock. And as he's like walking out, he's like shuffling along, and the guard is just walking behind him with a shield up.
Oh no.
That smells familiar.
So
You could do with one of them.
Oh, a shield. Cool.
What did we think this guy?
On the way out, you can see it. Goodbye, Joanne. Oh, yes, Joanne. Everyone thinks my name's Julie. That's my twin sister. Also,
Oh, my God, shut up.
you can't hurt me if I'm not even listening. I choose to ignore it.
I wish I could.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay,
Right. Options.
plans.
If we try to go back down.
Scarce is like, maybe we move away from Joanne before we
let's.
talk.
I agree.
So sort of like,
outside. I thought we
all
went
right,
outside
okay,
at this
no, you
point.
sort of like go back up towards.
Stay with Joanne.
towards the
Stay with
outside.
Joanne while we go over here.
No.
You make your way back through that weird, like, little bored out rock tunnel thing, and then up the couple of flights of stairs, just so you're like, you've got a bit of fresh air
Yeah.
there.
What do we think this guy's gonna be able to tell us? He's been in a cell for like what, years?
Which guy now?
Yeah, but then why would he know about the tentacles, right?
That's
Oh,
what's
yes,
weird.
yes.
Like,
Like, someone's coming in here and showing him at least.
Scarce doesn't really have a plan, unfortunately.
unless he's getting some kind of like, either someone's coming down and visiting him, or he's got like some kind
The only
of
person that visits is his sister,
Lola.
right?
telepathic shit. Yeah.
Who we've just let go with Kezra?
Oh, God.
The priest does
Might
that.
try and kill Kezra.
Maybe.
I was heavily on
I like
drugs when
this
we
one.
found her.
True.
Who hasn't been heavily on drugs?
Me?
Do we Shall we spy?
that hard to believe.
Shall we spy on her?
Okay.
I mean,
what else can we try?
I'm thinking about it more now.
I'm just worried
Let's
she's not
definitely
gonna...
follow them.
I feel like Lola is gonna be a bit stabby.
I'm right. Okay. I'm gonna follow
Yeah.
them.
So yeah,
I'm
you
trying
sort
to
of
stay
like
hidden.
run back towards where like Kezra's house is. You catch up with them soon enough.
Follow
As
the
soon as they're
follow
like,
the scent
follow
of
the
the
scent.
crap.
Dive behind a wall
Yeah.
and try and kind of keep a distance.
Okay.
Oh, he's definitely
No,
down
it's
this
that
path.
way.
Yeah, Kezra's moving pretty quickly, and Lola is trying to keep up, and the guard with them is unfortunately in the backdraft.
Oh,
And
that's unfortunate.
they spot Philip, and Kezra's like, "That is Philip. You can talk to him if you want to. I've got to go." And Lola sort of like looks at the dog, and she's like, "Basically, this dog is like as big as that, if not bigger, because it's like
It's a horse.
fuck off. Yeah, it's basically a horse, and she's a gnome, so it's like towering above her, and she's like, "No, I'm coming with you. I'm gonna get the tour of the house," and she's going along with him.
Of course she wants to go to his house.
Anyone who wants to sort of stay out of sight, make a stealth check.
Just one person. Just
Scar's
goes,
nailed it.
"Oh, yeah!"
16.
Okay.
23.
Not best of stuff.
I got a plus 10 on my stealth.
22, but I didn't have 20.
Oh, okay.
Also 22.
Okay. Yeah,
But I
Scar's
had
rolled a
19.
19 plus whatever he had.
Nice.
Damn you, Jess.
So,
Magical 20 and magical 20.
yeah, you guys are subtle enough, sort of like nipping between the crowds of people that are just naturally moving around. You know, sort of like Assassin's Creed style, where you just blend in, and then like you go and like sit on a little bench, and you like just sort of
Read it
pop
out,
through the
yeah.
park. Yeah, just,
Do we unnecessarily like stick our
Yeah, the
shoulder at
Cairo
people for no
Gazette.
reason?
They'll walk past us and there's 2 holes.
yeah, 2 holes. Yeah, is upside down, and then like the holes are just where his mouth is.
Scarius is wandering around with glasses and a fake mustache.
No, but you guys follow easily enough. Kezra like hop, skips, and jumps back up the garden path, desperate to use the facilities. He gets in and he's like, "Lola, you can hear him as you sort of like approach the garden. He's like, "You wait down here, darling. I will be right back."
Any of the Ironfoots on the gate?
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of them, but they just sort of
I feel like we need...
assuming that you want to be seen by them and not that. Yeah, they just wave you through because you're like familiar
As
now.
we get...
They still eye up you though. They're like, suspicious old man in pants and a chain t-shirt, but we don't really want to question him just in case.
You see that? You see that gnome who just went in with Kezra?
Hey,
Yeah.
what about? Oh,
Just keep an eye. Okay? We don't know anything for sure, but we are worried about something.
She's sus as fuck and might be stabby.
Don't keep it. Just don't let Kezra out of your sight, okay? While
but
she's in
I'm
the
pretty
house.
sure, according to the downwind I just got, I think he's going for a shite, and I don't really want to kill him anymore.
Stand outside the door if you have to.
Stand inside the door if you have to.
Hold on, and then he sort of like puts his fingers to his temple, and like you can see that he's clearly casting a message or sending something into the building. He's like, "Stand outside Kezra's bathroom door and do not move until I declare otherwise, or you know, Ironfoot overrules me. No, don't give me. I don't care if it smells like a fucking badger was turned inside out on an August day. Fucking get in. I said August. There's not even August in my will. On a life's dusk day. Get back in there. No. Sorry, I've got a bit of a subordinate.
Okay, well,
You can just see him like listening, and he's like, I 2 gold. Fine, 3 gold. Aye, that's what I thought. Right, yeah, we've got eyes on.
You need to
Well,
advise
no,
at
so-
all times. At all times.
Yeah.
Even when you think that the little woman is gone.
What's wrong with? If you think she is a threat, I can neutralize the threat.
we don't know. We don't want to, throw any accusations, but we've got a theory.
Then why don't we just go and fucking ask her?
Well, that's,
Come on.
That's
And
what
he
we're
just
gonna
starts
do.
like marching up the garden path.
No.
He
come
walks
here.
in, he grabs her by the back of the scruff, lifts her up off the floor slightly, throws her into a chair right next to where Ironfoot is sitting, and he is actually reading a book. And he's like, "Fucking hell, what you doing?
Okay, a little rough.
Nearly knocked me over." who's this wee lass? And then he goes, oh,
I knew it was gonna.
that was impressive.
I've been looking at it all night, going, "That's gonna go off the table."
I cannot believe you
Fair
didn't
play.
spill those everywhere. Oh my days, that was a real life nat 20 after a crit fail. Fuck me.
Earlier on today, actually talking, a bowl fell, like my little ring bowl fell off my counter, and I like stuck my hand out, but obviously maybe a mate didn't turn my hand over, and it landed on my hand that way, and I was like,
Nat 20!
I'm fucking Spider-Man!
The tray.
It's awesome,
Yeah, but
but always there to see her.
he's like, hey, apparently according to this law, she's a bit suspicious or something.
We
And
didn't
she's
say
like,
that.
what? She's
Scarish, hold up the thing.
I had no time to say
The
that.
picture.
like, he's like, oh.
And look at her and just be like, that. That's
And she's
what-
like, what? My brother's shitty tattoos that I think he did himself?
That's. How does he know that? How does he know what that is? You're the only person he sees.
Fucking no, it's just lines.
She slapped me.
Okay,
Well, you and then Ironfoot goes, aye, but what did you do?
Yo,
Tried
and
consoling her.
I like wave at Ironfoot and be like, look, and just move Scarris's book over into his eye line.
you recognize that? Does that look?
Oh, like those fucking cult tattoos or something, yeah?
well done.
Yeah.
Is
Congratulations.
that right?
Looks about right. I mean, they're all
Okay.
equally as
Okay,
shit.
cool. So this person who has these tattoos have been in there for years, went in there without them. Only visitor is her.
Oh,
It's a guy called David. He's down in the
I
palace
see
dungeon.
your,
David.
I
But that
see your
must- That
dilemma.
might not even be his real name.
But the guards call him David, right?
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
just
well-
call him David.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Lola, does anyone else visit David?
I don't know. Maybe I go there like once a season, maybe. Like I.
And you just so happen to be there today.
We also found a dead body.
Well, yeah. So
No.
you happen to be there too.
No, I'm just saying, you just happened to be there today that we met you there.
Yeah, like yeah.
But does he see anyone else?
I don't know. Maybe.
Look, we're not accusing you of anything, but this.
It feels like I'm being accused.
Okay, maybe we are a
And
little
the
bit.
guy is still holding a scruff, and Ironfoot's like, put that down.
Look,
But
Lola, these
She's like, I caught my ass right on the edge of the chair as you threw me onto it. Ow.
we've been looking for people with
That's gonna
tattoos
bruise.
like this for
These
days.
tattoos are really bad news.
I was gonna say
Really
weeds.
bad.
Oh,
I was going to be for at least 10 episodes.
Please do not break the fourth wall. We only just got it fixed. But she's like, what's he got involved with now? I mean, he's a fucking domestic terrorist. How can it get worse?
We think that the people who have these tattoos, they tried to kill Kezra for one.
No, great.
For two, did kill the master ceremonies. Whoever he's
Wait, I
getting-
thought. Oh,
whoever he's getting this from,
What? What did you think?
bad people.
well, we were told that the master's ceremonies died peacefully in his
Yeah, he
sleep.
got poisoned. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So we're
Kezra comes back in.
understandably
Way to go,
concerned
Max.
here.
As you saying this, Kezra comes back and he's got like a proper sweat on. And he's like, please never remove drugs from my system that quickly ever again. I just had an instantaneous detox, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to smell like shit for days.
You need to go sleep.
It's okay.
Go sleep it off.
No,
that's fine.
I don't need to. It's been completely purged from my system. It feels weird. I cannot remember the last time that I was clean.
You need a
Kezra.
bath. That's what you need.
Kezra, do you
Go-
know anyone called David?
I know about 12 Davids. It's quite a common.
Okay.
Do you know someone called David who's not actually David?
Who has these tattoos?
I don't know the line ones. I know a David that is not actually a David because wait, no,
Suck it, nerds.
How would Kezra know it?
because she works at the Pleasure Palace and pretends to be a man called David.
Okay, that's not who we're thinking
It
of.
was wrong.
Kezra's not gonna.
Suck it, nerd!
He's been locked up for years.
That's true.
Oh, I don't know anyone who's locked up, no.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I should pay a visit to David. My David, not your David.
Oh, why? What's the matter with Pax? Eh?
There's nothing wrong with Baxter, but I like to experience a variety in life, and David, who
Yeah, that.
is the woman that I said works
Yeah.
at the Pleasure Palace, has not only a great massive set of tits, but one of the biggest fake penises that I have ever known, and it is rather fun. Frankly, it is some of the best sex I've ever had for my money.
Are you
So-
happy that
so-
you asked? You've got your answer.
Hold up. So, he's not enough for you. You should leave.
I was never. Leave what? I was never anything.
He's cheating
Oh
on
my
you
God.
with a woman called
Look,
David.
now that I finally have a sober brain, I'm going to say it. First of all, sorry I made you kiss me. That was wrong.
That's okay.
Gross.
Yes, I do find you attractive, but you would sort of be more like a fun thing that happens like maybe once or twice a week.
A bomb.
I don't really see you as like. I don't see you as like
Let's put it in the
husband
schedule.
material
that's
or
fair.
keep around the house to be manservant material because that
What
would
about
make you
sex
bored.
slave?
Not slave.
about sex slave?
I cannot express how little I am offended by what you're saying.
Well, I'm glad we're at some sort of arrangement. If you ever do fancy coming by, let me know.
Sure. Go and have a bath.
I'm putting this out there just in case. Would you like to join?
No.
That is perfectly fine.
It's
Proud of
also
you,
opposite
Bax.
day. Back means yes.
Does anyone else want to join? And he sort of like half eyes Scarus and he's like, I had the bath.
Jamnik
earlier
will
in the
join.
week." Come
Let's
on.
go.
He walks upstairs and he just in pants dragging a chainmail shirt behind you up the stairs. There's just like you've left your boots at the bottom, so you've just got like weirdly sweaty feet that are leaving like on the marble staircase. Well, no, hang on. Did I say wooden or marble before? I think it was marble. It was
Most of it was.
It was like you can just see like
I'm crying.
clapping up the stairs and then
Like giant feet.
Is that
as the
my feet
chainmail
or
comes up.
yours?
That is you, and put it this way, I'm glad I've got a very big enchanted bath because I don't want to go too close to you, I won't lie.
See, clearly he's not picky.
Wow.
Scarus is like,
Huh?
so
Else you tried to save him as well.
back
I
to
know.
Lola.
Back
Oh
to
yeah, that
Lola.
thing. That whole thing.
She was the shogun.
She's like, I genuinely don't know what my brother's been up to. I don't talk to him all that much. Like I said, I visit him once a month. I just happened to be there today.
So when you said you used to be a priest, why are you no longer a priest?
I had a bit of a shaking of my faith when
When you joined
Well-
a cult?
first of all, when my brother did the horrible things that he did, I just thought, how could the gods let him do that, you know? But secondly, I went through some shit that again made me think, how could any reasonable god expect to be worshipped if they allow someone to suffer the way that I did? You know? So, I guess I still offer them a prayer now and again. It's not that I'm not a servant of Elor in my heart, but
How did you suffer?
I don't know how to put it without reminding myself of it too closely. Let's just say I got attacked in an alley on the way home from temple once by a group of people that violated me. And I just thought that if I could leave the very house of the goddess that I worshipped, that I spent all day every day praying to on behalf of my own soul and others, and she allowed that to happen to me. But how could I continue to go back there, you know? Like, first of all, I didn't even want to go back to the temple because it happened just outside. But secondly, I just thought, what is wrong with people that gods can make them this disgusting?
Did you know who they were?
That's what I was going to ask.
No. I think they were just sailors. Maybe drunk. I don't know.
Have you seen them since?
No, thankfully. There's about 4 of them, I think. Maybe 5. I think 4.
Did you ever report it?
Yeah, I told the guards, but they said they'd look into it, you know? And then when nothing happened, I told the sort of the person who runs the temple I worked at, and they said that just thank the gods that I survived. And I thought, how can you thank a deity for allowing you to survive something they supposedly put you through?
Did they have any markings on them?
Just sailor tattoos. Just regular shitty drawn tattoos of usually a mermaid with her tits out or some shitty stupid ship's wheel.
Look, you don't have to think about it anymore. Just don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing though, Lola.
I've been on the pills ever since. Well, the powder, I suppose. But yeah. I don't know what my brother's up to, frankly. Part of me doesn't even care what he's up to, but I know that it could put others in danger, and as much as I've lost my faith, that doesn't mean I should wish pain upon others. I came back here with Kezra, not to cause any harm, but just I thought I finally made a cool friend, you know? Like, I've been alone for quite some time.
Hey, look.
Like, all I had growing up was my brother, and look what he did.
I think Kezra's quite a lonely guy.
Yeah, he seemed that way.
If you, maybe hang around and...
I just feel so out of place, you know? And she's like looking around, and the sort of grand dining table she was like thrown against, and the portraits above the mantle, and the rich mahogany wood, and all of these really stunning sculptures and pillars of marble and everything. She's like, I grew up in the lower city, you know?
But I do think Kezra will look after you if you show him friendship.
You'd be glad to have a friend, I think.
I hope so.
He just lost.
I don't want him for the stuff though. I don't want him to think that I only like him as a friend because he's got stuff. I didn't know he had stuff.
There we are. So
I
Kezra's
suppose.
a smart guy.
Yeah, I feel like I remember hearing his name somewhere. And Scarce is like, he writes many books of poetry and stuff. I have some of his works at home. Did I bring any? Hold on. And he's like going through his bag, and he's like, oh, yes. And he's got like a collection of various writers, and just happens to be Kezra as like a short story as part of it. And he's like, you can read? She's like, I never learned how to read. I speak Common, of course. I speak Gnomish. I read Gnomish, but I never learned to read Common, and all of my scripture was either spoke aloud and I memorized it. I got a good memory, or it was written in Gnomish and I just translated it, you know?
Kezra's
So-
probably got Gnomish translations of his stuff. I think he speaks a
That'd
lot of
be nice.
languages, right?
Kezra will probably read it to you anyway.
He
I'd
would
like
be
that.
very glad to read it to you, I imagine.
That would be cool.
But look, sorry about that. And I'll just point at
Yeah,
the eye
he's like,
through it.
the sort of gruff Scottish dwarf is like, I'm sorry, lass. I was told you were suspicious and that, you know, it might have been at Kezra's expense. I'm just paid to keep him safe. I'm sure you understand. And she's like, yeah, I just sort of triggered a little flashback, you know? And he's like, oh, I am so sorry. Would you like a drink? And she's like, yeah, can I, do you have any, like, vodka? And he's like, sure, why not? If we don't, I'll go and find some. I'll be right back. And you can see he's like really awkward at that moment where he's like, oh fuck, I've just brought this back on. So you can hear him scurrying off, and Ironfoot's like, oh my, I know it's fucking obvious to say the cliche of you can't get the stuff these days, but like, fuck me, some of them are dense as fucking lead.
Iron.
Just trying to be.
You're in the bath, shut up.
I'm like, you just hear that shouting down the stairs.
It's just like, how the fuck does he know?
We were just trying to be cautious. Maybe just.
I get it. I totally get it.
She's not in the cult. No, I don't.
This is
think.
Ironfoot, is it?
Ironfoot's in the room with you, yeah.
Ah.
But she's.
Hey.
Oh, go on.
Ironfoot, do you happen to know Captain Williams?
Captain Williams. Wait, are we talking like naval, army?
Palace dungeon.
Yeah, Palestine.
Oh, that fucking job's worth. Yeah, when me and Kezra popped down to see fucking Messenschmidt the other day. Oh my god, talk about a man who fucking fills his boots to the brim with absolute fucking bullshit.
You know when you said you went to see him the other day, Herman Smith's the other day.
Aye.
Was he okay? Like
Yeah, he was fine, right?
in character?
Yeah, what's happened?
Oh, he's dead. He got.
He got
Fuck,
splayed.
what, you can't just... Fucking hell.
What?
Talk about bedside manner, what
He's
the
dead.
fuck?
He is. That's what he.
He's not just
How am I
dead.
supposed to say it?
They took his tongue and his heart and his head and
Uh,
put his
what-
insides in his mouth and
Whoa,
put him
whoa,
on
whoa,
chains.
whoa. Slow the fuck down. Slow down. Hang on.
I'm sorry.
Ascari sort of like just puts a hand on his shoulder and he's like, they took his eyeballs, they took his tongue, they took his heart, they cut him to bits, hanged him from a ceiling in several parts, put his intestines in his mouth to make it look like tentacles coming out of his mouth, like some sort of squid, and broke his ribs and splayed them open like some sort of eagle made of blood. Fucking hell! How'd that happen?
I don't know. Actually, we're not sure.
I'm assuming a very sharp knife.
Yeah, we think someone did it.
I'm just gonna.
I can't imagine he fucking did it to himself, lad. Come on.
You are.
I'm just coming down the stairs.
However,
Or like butt naked or like towel.
Towel around me. Towel
Okay.
on my head.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. Brilliant.
I'm assuming Captain Williams is a bit of a prick.
Oh, fucking colossal grade A cunt.
Yeah, piece of shit.
He was actually quite alright with us until we started asking questions, and then
As soon as I mentioned what happened in the arena, he got a little testy, you know?
He acted
He's
as
probably
if it
got
was
testes
horrible.
to be fair to him.
Yeah.
That was a good setup, lad. Thank you. I needed that. Like Chadwick stood like right next to him, still dripping. He's like,
Hello.
Chadwick.
"Oh, fucking! Do you mind putting that away?" And the towel is like,
I like the idea though that I've got a towel on the bottom, I've a towel on the head, but I'm ripped. Like properly.
I prefer the idea that you actually got it on like a fucking like a woman with over the top of boobs, and you're just hanging dong beneath the bottom of the towel. Which are you going with? I'll go with what you say.
I want to do like both. But
Chadwick, where?
Okay, how about this? You've got it there, right? You've got a really over the top, like top of the pec line,
yeah.
ripped calves, pathetically slim thighs.
Yeah.
You're hanging dong below the thing, and you've still going on your head.
Yeah.
He's like,
on just the bald
yeah,
patch.
yeah. He sort of like, as he looks at you and you're still like just dripping wet, he catches just the tip in the corner of his eye and he's like, fucking hell. Pensioner, Chadwick, that's your name.
Hello.
You're sort of
Baxi isn't even less clothes on than he did when he went upstairs.
Yeah.
you're sort of hanging dong, lad, and you're sort
how
of
long's
right
it
up
gonna
in me
hang
grill
on?
with it.
Literally.
I don't really like having another man's penis sort of exposed and within a 3-foot radius of me. I won't lie to you.
Lilith,
Either take a few steps back or put it away.
stop talking. Lilith, can you find my underwear?
No.
Why?
But he's
Because you probably
asking
shit
so
in it.
But do you want me to wear them?
I don't know why you're asking me. I don't give a fuck.
Kezra comes back down the stairs, again, sort of still wet. He's got like a proper, like bathrobe type thing. Not quite a dressing gown, but like a towel that's also like a kimono style thing. And he's like drying the back of his hair, and he's like, never take a bath with this absolute animal of a man.
And then it just cuts to me with 2 rubber ducks. Like,
He's like, luckily I have a very, very big and luxurious bath. However, I've never seen such a disturbing specimen of a man.
Hush.
Thighs like sticks, but then he's got calves of a carven god and the ass of a shriveled chicken. I am permanently scarred for life to the point I might actually reconsider my sexuality slightly. It's not a choice, but in this case, I believe it might be.
Can you...
You horrify me.
Is there any chance you can, like, magic some clothes on him?
Archibald...
Oh, you got eaten by a crocodile, sorry.
He's like, I'm not quite used to that yet.
Maybe
God's
Lola
rest
can take
him.
his place, right? Lola's here now.
I wouldn't make Lola be my servant.
No,
she
but
can
I mean,
be
she
your
can
friend.
be your
Yeah,
friend,
she's like-
right?
I don't really got a place to go, and you seem like a cool guy, and she's like floundering, and Scarce is like, she grew up with next to nothing. She only had her brother's family, who turns out not to be a cultist.
As
She
far
has
as we're
no
aware.
real place to go. I
And
don't-
she's
yeah,
at
and,
eye level with that knob, so
yeah,
please.
and he's like, also, it may not be my place, but she is a survivor of what seems to be a very traumatic and severe abuse. So perhaps you could take care of her.
slap her in the face. No, with my
With
hand.
you.
With my hand to just get her away.
Kez was like, well, I've got enough rooms in the house. You know that we can never be. And she's like, oh no. He's like, oh, good. Yeah. But why? That hurt. And she's like, what? Once you get the old man some trousers, would you read one of your poems to me? And he's like, oh, someone wants to hear my poetry. This is a great day. And Scarce is like, he's already scurried off, and he's like, one
Another
day I'll
time,
get
buddy, another time.
Can I have some of your fancy pants?
he runs off upstairs. Lola goes with him, and then just from the top of the stairs you can hear, "Hey, old man!" And then
Yes.
just like clattering as like a pair of very puffy striped pantaloons
Oh, yes.
with like tight around the ankles, so he like puffs at the shins, with like 3 belts on it, come flying down off the top of the stairs.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Put her on.
They're like a perfect fit, and like where you tighten the belt as well, it sort of like re-emphasizes the form of your waist. But then you've just got these ridiculous, like the sort of Francis Drake, like the trousers go out. They do this before coming back in, but they are turbo comfy. They're like the most free trousers you've ever been in, to the point you feel less constricted than when you were in your horrible pants.
Look what I can do.
And I just start Russian dancing.
Make a performance check.
I was not expecting to end the episode like this.
Chadwick got new pants.
Performance, you said.
3 points, baby! Yeah.
11.
11.
You rip the pants.
You get it going. You get it going for a little bit where it's like, oh, you can actually sort of do the, the little squat low thing, and then you do just, try the double leg one, land flat in your ass, and everyone's like, that's more like it.
That's how I got
Like,
my
you'll have
lift
to
jobs.
impress us for a
Continues doing
moment.
that with your legs while sitting on your ass. Just
Scarus is like, I wanted to hear the poetry.
Maybe next time.
one day, Scarius.
Roses are
Hey,
red.
I tell
This
you
has
what
been a
will-
very strange week.
I tell you what will make you feel better. How about we go and beat up some people from the Pleasure Palace? That will always make you feel better.
Make me feel better.
It would also help us clear our heads of any sort of
And we can make money to pay for a lawyer for
excessive
Frederick.
information. That is a nice idea.
Is Ironfoot still here?
He's just reading with his feet up on the
Right.
table.
Do you wanna go check out that David guy?
Yeah, I suppose. I'll send some of the lads.
I feel like they're
I had my
definitely
fill of murder yesterday, with all the fucking punching and shit. And when I
my
go
poetry.
big, it takes a lot out of me when I come back down, It's a bit like a hangover, but it feels like the day after you've done something really extraneous,
ache.
Yeah, when you got like the
That muscle ache, yeah. But it's like, imagine that in every single one of your muscle groups because you went really big.
That's right. I never thought that it would. Yeah,
Yeah, when you come back down, it hurts. So
makes sense.
I sort of need a bit of a rest day. So I'll send some of the lads down to the prison. I'm sure they can help with
But
the cleanup of.
Don't make sure
Yeah,
make
man.
sure that nothing is said about us, because I feel like Captain
Oh yeah, that's
Prick will.
Yeah, I'll make them ask
I'll
a
be
few
happy.
questions to David. Are we against killing David if he is part of a cult?
At the moment, yeah,
He could be a good source of information. So
So
I mean-
keep him alive, yeah.
alive. But
I suppose you
wouldn't
don't
say
need your legs
not.
to be alive, though, right?
true.
Fingers
Hey,
are always
no,
an
wait,
option.
no, we're friends with his sister. You can't.
Okay.
We didn't
But,
know it.
like,
Put a toothpick under his toenail and make him kick a wall.
Here we are.
That is
Oh.
deranged.
oh, I've done some fucked up shit in my time, but that is something else. Oh God. Oh, that's made my balls go up inside me fucking kidneys. Oh God. Oh, I don't like that. Oh no. Oh, that's made me proper cringe. Oh, horrible.
Yeah, see, so maybe even just say that to David. That's what you're gonna do if he doesn't answer. Here we are.
We just need to know where.
No,
where
start with that.
He's got the idea of these tattoos and who's meeting, talking to him, giving him whatever it is that he's got this from. That might give us a
Alright.
lead.
Oh, okay. I'll send the lads to go and question him.
Only 'cause
Maybe
Captain
rough him up a bit without doing any actual severe damage.
Yeah.
Only if he's not cooperating.
Yes.
Of course.
Just the old backhand.
Promise.
I promise.
Pinky. Come on.
That is one weird gnarled arthritis-ridden finger. Yeah, it's like, you know when you get like those big nodules on like your knuckle bones when you got arthritis? It's all like crooked and like they sort of go up one way, then that way, then that way, and he's like,
We've got like a long.
why does your
broken
finger look like a cartoon of a lightning bolt?
What's a cartoon?
It's just a drawing, you know?
Oh,
Where I come from, pinkies are very serious.
come on.
Pinky promises are
He
very
just like
serious.
with his entire hand just shakes the pinky.
It snaps off.
That's why you got the other one.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say. Yes.
the other one in my pocket from the ring.
Clear it on.
I knew this had a use.
Stick it on with some chewing gum.
Okay, so I think that is where we'll leave tonight. So Kezra has a new friend. That's cute.
I'm so happy. Oh.
Yeah, so that was a
Kezra has
different
a new
one. I wasn't
friend.
expecting that. I was honestly expecting the Pleasure Palace first, so that was a nice hard right-hand turn for me.
Kezra has a new friend. Bax didn't get bummed today.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
His anus is intact.
Yet. Chadwick is clean as
Although
the
what it sounds
trousers.
like is now that Kezra's a little bit more with it, that if Baxter would like something, all he's got to do is ask.
It
So,
was alright in the end, actually, to be fair.
thank you all for watching. Head to the links in our description. If you're watching later on YouTube, they should also be there. Most importantly, go to our Discord where you can talk about today's episode and all the previous episodes and anything about D&D or the diecast in general. There's usually one or two of us online at any given point that we can answer your questions. What else? Oh, if you are watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. And tune back in next week. Thank you for watching. Bye!
Go, Rob, go.